Let's get started, dude. We got welcome to Support Your Local Tattooer. We got the one and only motherfucking Phil Luck in the house tonight. He's one of my favorite fucking tattooers and
what a bullshit
humans.
artist.
This
What a
motherfucker.
bullshit artist.
You fucking are. You're my baby boy.
Back it up 1,000%. Phil's one of my favorites.
And then we got Swarm in the house, owner of Hive Tattoo here in Las Vegas, Nevada, ex-host of the Tattoo Fight Club podcast.
Yeah.
We need to look those up. Yeah.
Tattooing 25 years,
25.
November 11th.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember you did my 20th for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, on me.
You did one on me too. I don't remember what anniversary it is.
It was one of the anniversaries.
It was one of the anniversaries.
Analog, remember?
Yep,
It was
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I remembered that. I think I did your shark tooth too.
You did my shark tooth as well. I think I have another tattoo from you as well. I want to say I have 3 tattoos from you.
Did you do Dave Tevenall's shark tooth? 'Cause I saw him the other day and he didn't even say shit. He just held out his shark tooth.
I can't
Maybe Nick
remember.
Bones did it, I think. I don't know why I feel like he said Nick Bones.
Maybe Nick did it.
Yeah.
Blurry, dude. A lot
Yeah.
of that's blurry. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear your stories tonight. We're gonna jump in, get down to the, some fucking little dirty stories, some old school
Woo!
shit. Yeah, I'm pumped. Yeah, dude. So we just kind of like Phil and I, we were talking. I mean, Phil can talk for himself too, but we were just throwing around the ideas that we just want to get to know like your story. You grew up tattooing in Las Vegas.
In Vegas. So I guess my story's pretty unique, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
hell yeah.
I got my start in the bong shop, right?
Yeah.
Diversity, the old head shop. I got my piercing apprenticeship when I was 19. I got my tattoo apprenticeship when I was 20, and that was 2000. And it was just like that little Diversity on the corner of Decatur and Meadows.
Yeah.
And that's where.
Oh, that's the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, yeah. And then did you move later on?
Yeah. So
Okay.
2001, I was like cutting my teeth in there. And like most of all the good artists, would come through Diversity on the Strip.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't anywhere else, right? So a lot of them worked at Diversity on the Strip. And then I moved there in 05, and then I had 3 years of just pure madness tattooing there.
Yeah.
Now, were you tattooing at the one on Decatur, or were
I
you
was.
piercing there?
I was doing both. And then I was doing both on the Strip.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was from 2005 to 2008, I was doing both. It was both.
And when we say tattooing on the strip, this was way fucking back when there was absolutely no tattoo shops and casinos.
Nowhere past that shop.
no
Nowhere
casino,
past that
that's
shop
right.
on the Strip. So there was 3 tattoo shops on that corner of Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard, right? And then that was it.
So it was Starborn, you guys, and who?
Yeah. So the people who own Diversity own the shop next door, and it was
Oh,
Tattoo Heaven.
yeah.
Oh, Tattoo Heaven.
Tattoo Heaven, and that was way back when like a lot of those old Pike dudes worked there, like Creeper worked there, and
Well, he worked across the street.
Magic. I think he
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
across
Oh,
the street with
Magic.
Cornfed and all them. And then there was like I don't know, there was like a wild dude with one tooth, I don't know. There's some pretty wild.
Who was the dude that drove the Porsches?
That was Charlie.
That was the
He's
first time I ever saw a tattooer like make money like that. Like he was driving a Porsche, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
So he actually came from Chicago, and I believe he was in the restaurant business. So I think there's a little backup there, but still, he drove like bright Porsches to work every single
Might
day.
have been,
Yeah.
And
And I was like 22 years old,
Was there
Yeah.
beef amongst the shops at that point, or no?
I don't remember there being a lot of beefs among shops back then. I don't.
3 shops
two
right
of
on
them-
top of each other.
Yeah, I mean there might.
the 2 of them were owned by the same people.
right.
Yeah, so the people who own Diversity, they own Tattoo Heaven too, or like the sister did.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like you
Sheila
walked in
owns
one and
one.
didn't get the tattoo.
Right.
You walked in the next one and got the
You're gonna get
tattoo.
it there.
You're still
Yeah.
getting tattooed.
And was
Meanwhile-
there calls? Were you guys calling the other shop like, this guy's going to come in type shit?
Once in a while, there'd be like
Yeah.
some bullshit people that would come in. So there was a back door. You just go around
Right,
the back
right.
door and let them know,
How funny would it be?
So
Yeah.
they just go around the back and into the back door. But wild times from the beginning of my tattoo career.
Naked City. Hell's yeah.
Yeah, because there
We're
was a
talking,
few shops
like-
down that way. I mean, the very first tattoo shop was still there, but it
Yeah.
wasn't owned. It
It
was
was
owned by
Doc Dogs.
somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
It was Doc's tattoo shop, and
Yeah.
somebody bought it from him or something. But that building's leveled too now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
The Pawn Stars guys built some stuff over it. Yeah, like a container
Grandma's
park
Pizza
kind of
and all
thing.
that. Yeah.
It's actually a damn good pizza spot in there, too. Really good pizza.
Yeah, I think I had it when I was there downtown for a minute. Yeah.
And this neighborhood, like when we say on Las Vegas Boulevard at the bottom of the Stratosphere Tower, Naked City, is, at that time especially, I don't know where that accent came from, was
English.
real fucking wild. That's where they were filming bum fights. So all the bum fights
All the bum
videos-
fights were filmed down there.
Yeah, with the crackhead.
They wanted me to do that, and I told them no.
Yeah.
They wanted me to do the forehead tattoo, and
Oh,
and I
really?
knew those guys, and I told them, nah, man, I don't know, I don't want to do
Those dudes were a
that.
trip.
Yeah, they asked me to do it.
So I didn't do the forehead tattoo. I think they ended up getting that done in San Diego, but I did Rufus's forearms.
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah,
Somebody next to you did the knuckles, right?
Yeah, Jesse Girl did the knuckles, which is the most famous ones. Like they use that as the cover of bum fights. Yeah. And same shit, like that was like a really early days for us as tattooers. We were in these positions where you didn't say no. So then those
Right,
dudes
right.
came in and they were like, "Hey, got some people. I was just shooting you a tattoo." And I was like, "Okay, well, why can't they speak for themselves? Like this is weird, you know." And why do you guys all have video cameras? You know,
I mean, Naked City was pretty bad back then too,
Real
man. Like
wild.
And you had that, what's the hotel behind the shop? Mirador?
the El Mirador.
That place is pretty sketchy.
One of the tattoo artists had a rattlesnake in that place, man. Dude, I saw a lot of things when I was like way too young to see things. Like my early 20s were really wild. Like we're talking about guys that were all like 20 and 25 years older than me, and they just making so much money every day, man.
Yeah.
And they were just spending it on the dumbest things. Like
oh, you guys were making like the dancers, the strippers at that time were making buku bucks, and these tattooers were making the same.
Yeah.
it was like the same, because people would have to, like, people would stay at the Stratosphere and they would have to walk by through the 3 tattoo shops to get to the strip to like to
Yeah.
Sahara. There, I mean, the sidewalk would be packed every night just with people walking by, and then you had it mixed in with like all the crackheads from Naked City and all that. So you
Bling,
got like
bling.
bling bling and all the homeless
Yeah.
ladies and everything walking by with no shirts on, and I had to work on the window. So like every time I'm sitting there tattooing, I'll be like, I'm like 20, what am I, 25, 26 years old, and I'm like tattooing, I'm trying to concentrate, and there'd just be like this wild homeless lady outside the window putting her bits on the window and pounding on the window, and then every group of drunk sorority dudes or whatever dude or sorority girls, and that was like every week. I mean, it was just groups and groups of
Like tattooing in a fishbowl.
it was always tattooing in a fishbowl, and it was just groups and groups of just the most wild people.
Crazy.
It was great because early 2000 tourism in Vegas was nuts.
booming, dude.
So
It's, like,
what got
crazy.
you to that point? What was the I want to be a tattooer? When did that happen?
I think I wanted to be a tattoo artist when I was young. I think I was really young. I saw like some National Geographic stuff when I was like 10 or 11, I think, and I would like draw on my arms. And then we had a family gathering, and there was a uncle or a guy that was married to my aunt, and he had just gotten like this giant wizard on his arm right here, like a jailhouse wizard,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the face with the beard and everything. And man, I think I was 13. I just thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. It was just like, wow, I want a tattoo, you know? And then
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd ever become a tattoo artist because I got the piercing apprenticeship when I was 19. And every time there'd be like 3 or 4 dudes that would work in that shop, and I'd ask each one of them, "Hey, I want to learn how to tattoo," and they'd laugh at me, or "Yeah, right, kid." Finally, I went through like, I don't know, 15 or 16 guys, and finally, I got the tattoo apprenticeship.
Who did you apprentice on?
Started with the Jesse Smith, not the one that everybody knows, but the other
Yeah.
Jesse Smith.
Who he literally always referred to himself as
The other Jesse Smith.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going to the strip, and he was part of the whole movement where all those guys left Diversity and opened Hart and Huntington. So, and they were on the show and all that. Or the first tattoo show.
And dude, I did my apprenticeship with him too, and I had some weird stories, but
With Jesse Smith?
Yeah,
Oh, because he worked in that shop, right?
yeah.
Well, I only
Accidents
started with him
are-
like 3 months, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, sorry, I'm moving to the other shop." So I guess, because I had to work there, I had to do all the piercing there. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right. And lucky for me, Matt, also Smith,
Oh yeah,
Jesus Matt.
So I worked with him too.
Jesus Matt was like, I'll finish your apprenticeship, which
Did you ever met Jesus, man?
I don't think I have.
he's a cool dude, man.
He's real sweet.
I've actually gotten back in contact
Where's
with
he
him
at now?
recently. He always comments on my like tattoos, like how proud of how
Yeah.
proud he's just great. I'm like, if you're coming back to Vegas, man, I'd love to like sit down and chat with you, man, about the old times. And
He
back
was always
then.
kind to me too when I was doing my apprenticeship.
Very kind dude, very nice dude. He lives somewhere, I think like one of the Carolinas.
Dude had straight hair all the way down to his butt. Like
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's like
And where is he at now? Where's he tattoo now?
one of the Carolinas,
Okay.
like north or south or
Yeah.
something. I see him like post a thing or two here and there.
Yeah.
So we talk sometimes, which is cool. I think that's when I asked you. I think I got with you on Instagram about like the 3 names that he told me he learned from, and you were like, I think I know one of them or something
Yeah.
like that. So I was trying to trace it back as far as I can.
Lineage, yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a tattoo apprentice. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I never thought I would have a tattoo apprentice ever, but I found this kid that knows people that I know, and he's really super nice, and so far he's doing great.
Oh, nice. nice.
It's only like third month, but
Yeah.
everything's clean. Toilets
Yeah.
are clean, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
He's
things
doing-
around
he's
tattoo
doing
shop.
it.
First part of the
Yeah.
My
apprenticeship.
first tattoo apprentice. I had a body piercing apprentice, and she is just absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, cool.
she's doing amazing.
And she's still with you at Hive.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. She's I kind of made her like the manager because she
Yeah.
like puts it down for me, you know. And
Yeah.
piercing is crazy right now.
Mhm.
I know. We get calls every day. We send them over to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And her bedside manner, and like I painted the whole room like pink for her. So
Yeah.
it was very her, you know. And she's just like, she's got this slew of people coming in, man. They love her. I love her. She's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. So speaking of piercing, like, so back in the day, it was like when piercers wanted to get into tattooing. Do you remember how resistant, like, and sour fucking tattooers
no
were?
joke.
Like, they
no
did not wanna
joke.
hear-
All I
And-
did was get picked on.
Yeah,
That's it, man.
exactly.
And of course,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like 19, 20 years old. I got like my whole face is full of metal. You know, I got
Yeah.
piercings everywhere. You know, back then we were even like sterilizing paper towels and like wearing masks before anybody like wore them. You know, that's how
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word goofy, but
Yeah, yeah.
when I look back
Yeah.
on it, it feels a little weird to me. you
Oh,
know?
yeah. You're just gonna.
I was a young kid, but then everybody was picking on us always. Oh man, you're just the piercer. Oh
Yeah.
man, hey, turn that music off or I'm gonna punch you, you know,
Yeah.
like which that happened one time.
Like a lot. Like I remember that it was almost like the piercers, they would be treated like the shit apprentices.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, the shop rat had a
So
better
fucking
chance of
bad.
getting through
Yeah.
than yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Like the piercers were making like as much money as these
Yeah.
guys too, and it was like,
It was
all right,
just-
well, whatever, bro.
That was like our early like I don't know, exposure to like how sour tattooers can be, like the older tattooers can be.
I mean, they were really sour back then.
Super. Well, and physical, like they would get to the point where they were physical with you. And
They,
shit.
every
Yeah.
time I got punched in the leg, I got like manhandles, I got like thrown outside of the shop, like, and you didn't go like cry to somebody about it,
Nah,
dude.
you
You
just
didn't like, you
doing-
didn't say anything about it. You didn't like go to the
Yeah.
boss and be like,
Right,
you
right,
hit me,
right.
you know, like
Yeah.
it's like, it
You
just dealt with it, you know. You
It's-
just dealt with what happened.
I think it was because I mean, if for my case, like I wasn't going through that as dramatic, but I was just fucking in love with tattooing, and that was how you got into it.
Right.
There was no other way, right? So you just dealt with the craziness and the whatever.
I just feel like you wanted to do it so bad back then, so you would just put up with what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever
It's definitely not the same anymore. It seems
No.
like people put up with a lot less, but like we put up with a lot. Like when Nick's kid was apprenticing, like we'd be telling him stories. He'd be like, dude, I'm traumatized just from your story. I'm like, it's a lot
Yeah,
different back
I
then,
wonder
man.
about that a lot. Would this current generation be able to make it through the bullshit that we went? Also, let's not forget, we went through a severe apprenticeship. Apprenticeships these days are so quick, there's nothing to learn. You know, like I talk about that all the time. I had to learn this, and this. And these days, all you got to do is just focus on learning to tattoo. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
which is nice, yeah.
the duration of an apprenticeship is a fraction of what it was when we started, you know?
Well, and you got so much information, right? These days, it's like
Yeah, you have access to it, so why would you put up with that shit?
you can
Right.
see
Do you think
videos.
that
Of,
we would have put up with that shit if we would have had access now?
And that's the thing, is we had to
Yeah.
deal with the
We would do the
gatekeepers
same thing
because
the
they
young
had that information. These days, when I hear about the gatekeepers, it's like, what are you dealing with gatekeepers for? You got YouTube right there.
Yeah.
Like, well, what do you need their information?
You could become a master.
I mean, there's a kid on there like breaking down every tattoo he did for a week and how much he charged and how much he got paid, and you're like,
oh, that's weird.
what?
Yeah.
Why would you talk about that?
Yeah.
The amount of money thing is weird, but that's like a generational thing on social media. They share how much money they make, and
Yeah.
like, I was always taught you don't fucking.
Oh, I
talk
watch
about that, you
tattooers
don't
legitimately
brag, like-
counting their money on Instagram these days, and I'm just
Weird,
like,
yeah.
bro, you're the first guy I'm robbing. I know how much you're holding on to.
No, I know you didn't learn from all these poor rappers that got fucking shot in public because they were showing their money bag and everything.
Oh, there's just some things you just don't share, you know.
Yeah.
There's some things you just keep to yourself, you know. But
Yeah.
but you're right. It might be a generational thing. I mean,
Yeah, it's just different.
I'm not
like,
gonna let these girls do that though,
they
man. I'll be
grow up-
following them on Instagram, you
They
know.
grow up learning that that's the way you do it, so it's just natural.
Yeah, what a trip, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a good point though. Like you and I definitely, we all wouldn't have done what we went through. I think if there was an option.
I mean, I still love it, man.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
care how many people do it.
Well, let me
Yeah,
ask
exactly.
you this:
Yeah.
if you were an 18-year-old Jay Swarm now, would this would this business even be interesting to you?
I'm not sure because I didn't really like have Instagram or anything. Like I picked what I wanted to do and I just stuck with it.
Yeah.
I didn't have any like all these options, so who knows? I really don't know. Man, probably because I was like just really into it, and I feel like there are kids now that are getting tattoos and they're really into it. And
Yeah.
honestly, we're getting to the age now where it's like, bro, a couple of years I'm gonna be 50. You know, how much longer I can tattoo until the end, but like, am I going to be tattooing like I used to be tattooing? Am I going to be
Yeah.
doing 4 or 5 tattoos a day?
Right.
It's not going to happen, man.
Right.
There's
Getting
life.
older, can't lean over, right? Can't
Facts.
starting to not be able to see that great. You know, you see good, but it's not like it's like it's you're getting older. You're
Yeah.
feeling your age. I'm
I-
feeling mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I saw like all the fine line stuff come in, and I fucking struggled with it because I physically couldn't accomplish it because I couldn't see really good. I'm the boys over here. I just got some new glasses so I can get readers
Yep.
built in, or what do you call
Yep.
the
I hear that.
trifocal things? or
You got
some
that
shit.
going on?
Well, not these yet, but I just got the call. They're due. I pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So maybe my fine line career will take off. You know, like maybe I can get in there and start crushing it.
you have a thing like Rick Moranis and like Honey I Shrunk the Kids, you know, magnifying glasses.
That's it. That's it.
I do this. I can see the edge of that needle so good, man. Don't worry about that. But I guess it's like come to time at like an age where it's like, oh, you got to start passing a little bit on. You know, you got
Yeah.
to start
fun.
being nice to the kids, man. They'll be nice to you, and they're 20 years down the line, hopefully. You know,
Yeah. Dude, so back to like the crazy shit of that shop. Like, dude, there was also some sketchy vibes there, right?
I mean, there were sketchy artists, man.
Yeah.
There was dudes that, like I said, there was a dude that came from somewhere. He had one tooth, man. Guy had one tooth, had the cigarettes in his thing right here. He was a tattoo artist. I was like 20. I was terrified of this dude, man. And he had the marks, you know, like from whatever year they used to still test the tattoo,
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
From checking, testing new inks.
testing colors or
Yeah.
testing them before he lay into somebody. So he'd like, meh, make sure it went in. Good. Okay. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that in person. Yeah.
I have friends who would test on their hands, and they still have, you know, just lines down their hands.
Whoa.
This guy had them from, I would say like here to about here. He had like a section of dots. Man, I wish I could remember his name, but he seriously had one tooth, dude. Like just one front tooth.
But a lot of tattoos. I made up for
A
it.
lot of crazy tattoos. And I wish when I was younger, I thought about taking pictures of some of these guys' tattoos. And now when I look back on it, I totally wish I would have, just so I could have.
I wish I would have taken more pictures.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Period. Right.
Period.
Yeah. I had a friend tell me like, take more pictures than you ever want to, you know, or you think you need. And they're right, man.
Well, that's the beauty of these days. I mean, like when I started, you still have to bring your film to the, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you'd take 100 pictures of a tattoo, you go to develop them and find out you ain't got no pictures of that tattoo.
Or you maybe get one out of a roll and you're like, well, this was
Yeah.
worth it. you
Yeah.
know?
So
Like,
the
or I used to cut
digital
'em
was a
'cause the
game
glare
changer.
would be like on one side, but you could get it clear here. So I'd cut the picture down the middle and then put the tattoo together so you could get the non-glare parts out. And I remember making like I don't know, it's like a fucking layered film, you know, like layered pictures in your portfolio. Because I was like,
It's just too easy.
Or like all
these
different
days.
sizes, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're like glue them in there. And
yeah, it was like crafting.
Yeah, I always remember like taking pictures of like a really nice tattoo and then like getting the pictures and being like, well, I'll never
Yeah.
get to see that
Hope
tattoo.
I see him again.
Yeah.
True
Oh, they
story.
walk through or come through again.
True story.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy back then and it was crazy down there. And I'm sure all those tattoo artists that work down there all have crazy stories.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, the prostitution thing was huge here, dude. It was real crazy. Like, I remember, you know, when you're really young, you come in and you can't turn down the tattoo, or your boss is gonna tell you. To
I
get
could
the
never
fuck
turn
out.
down a tattoo.
Yeah.
Especially at where I was at, dude. No way, bro. Those they'd be real bad if people
Well,
are
you're
how,
like-
how many people you think were in that shop on the strip?
Oh, we had okay, so there's 5 stations, 2 shifts, so there's or 6 maybe. There was between 10 and 12 tattoo artists, and then there was 3 piercers. And these guys all tattooed, man. I mean, there would be days where like 5 guys would all do like 5 to 6 tattoos a piece.
Yeah, and they're pulling like $2,000 a day and shit.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember the exact numbers, man, but
Yeah.
people had money. I mean,
Yeah.
they had hobbies.
I remember you specifically telling me that you had like at one point in time at the peak of your awesomeness, oh young awesomeness was you make 2,500 and you spend
All of it,
all of
usually.
it.
All of it,
Yeah.
because this is how it would go. I got off at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We'd be partying all night, right? We'd be drinking beers, and people were doing shit out of their toolboxes, man. Like,
Yeah.
then they were doing it with their clients.
Yeah.
You have it too. You'd be like, okay, we're all going to the strip club. We go to the strip club until, I don't know, some god awful hour, like the sun's coming up.
Go home
And
for 3 hours.
Once
take
in a while, there'd be like an after party thing you'd go to. The sun would be up, and then there'd be like this pool thing you'd go to for a little while. Go home, take a nap, go back and shift, do it again.
Ooh.
3 or 4 days in a row. That's why I say I can't like really remember my 20s, man. It calmed down right when I came to work for you. That's what it was like coming off of
We
that.
were like in the
True
grind.
story.
At that.
Yeah.
There was structure at 21, and it was nice.
It was good for all of us, dude.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of us.
yeah,
And we even
for
had a great
myself.
time, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Oh,
still
we had a
fun.
blast.
Yeah,
blast. We had our
Yeah,
nights of
man.
drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that's why I was looking to get out of there because it was just too nuts. I mean, I remember, you brought up prostitution. I worked a morning shift there, and there was a guy came in at 10:15 a.m. and he brings 3 of his prostitutes with him, and he's the pimp, hands down. He is. He's like, I want all 3 of these girls to get this apple tattooed on the back of their necks, and I'm like, all right, man, whatever you want. However much it was, $150 a piece. I get to the last girl, and I'm tattooing her, and she's bawling her eyes out, man. And I'm like sitting there doing this tattoo. I'm like, hey, you okay? You need something? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay. And I look up at the dude, and he's like, just finish. I was like, okay, bro, whatever you want, and just finish. But that was definitely like one of those times that really
Bummed you out.
bummed me out. It stuck out to me. And I was like, one of those times where I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. It's time to get out of here,
Even in our first shop, dude, we were right there off of the strip, running parallel, and that was like the cab driver's run. And it was pretty sketch, dude. I like a lot of really uncomfortable moments in that shop at night with guys that come in and they are very just straight gangsters, dude, like the real deal. And they're just like, I want this done right now. And you're like, you haven't had anybody walk in and fucking like all day, and you're like, all right, just you're just trying to do a good job, and then they're standing right over you, and there's some of the most intimidating motherfuckers I ever met in my whole life.
Scary, man. We had the drunk people all the time at Diversity, I'd have whatever this guy's name from, we'll just say Ohio, so we're talking about Ohio, and he'd be like whatever 26 beers deep, and man, I want a picture of my wife's ass tattooed right here, right on my arm. And you're just like, all right, dude, whatever you want.
This town is not known for good decisions. That's the issue.
The whole time you got this dude like trying to show you everything, and you're like, dude, I just need to finish your tattoo. Like, let's just do your tattoo, and we'll all get out of here tonight, But
It was
have my tattoo till the sun came up. A lot of times, man. A lot of times at that shop, it'd be like 4, 5, 6 a.m. Finally get to leave.
I feel like you learned a lot about life in general about that, because
I think just growing up in Vegas and then working on the strip, I think I learned a lot more than a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's just meeting so many different people from so many different lifestyles, and
Everyone
races,
comes to Vegas. Everyone comes to Vegas.
And intoxication levels, and you're trying to control the situation, but it's kind of more or less like you're just trying to keep it fucking alive, and like, I just need to get this job done. And you guys, I don't know how many times you had it happen too, where you had 2 people that are just like in a crazy brutal fight, and then they're getting each other's names tattooed on each other, and they're drunk and angry at each other,
and you're convinced you're going to do a cover up as soon as you're done doing the name.
Yeah. And your boss is like, get the fucking name done.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Get them in, get them out.
yeah,
Get them in, get them out.
I'm over there trying to like make it fancy because I really want to learn my script, and I'm like, I feel like you learn how to pick and choose your battles, like you're in this tough ass situation. Heaven forbid you spell the fucking name wrong.
Yeah, dude. Oh, there, dude. That's a whole other section of talking about I was working with older dudes too when I got brought down to the strip, and I'd see them just bang out a quick name, not take any time, and I'd do the same thing. I'd sit there and draw it, and then they come over and be like, dude, why are you wasting your time? Just print that shit out. Just do whatever they want, That reminds me of another story. I had a couple one night, and it was like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and this couple comes in, and they're like, hey, we just met each other at the nightclub last night. We're like in love. We got to tattoo each other's names on each other. And I'm tattooing this dude's name. And she's like calling her family, like, I met the love of my life. We're getting each other's names tattooed. And this guy's just sitting in the corner, just smiling at me. And I'm like, all right, dude, this is too much, bro. This is too much. I was like, you guys sure you don't want to get these tattooed in color?
Pink would look great.
Yeah. But when you're working with those kind of people and on the strip, it's 2 questions only, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think.
What do you want? Do you got money?
The other big issue is the fact that when people come to Vegas, they genuinely believe what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I feel like when people come here, they act extra stupid. So yeah, working in a tourist spot like that had to have been absolute fucking murder, because you're not just dealing with the local idiots, you're dealing with idiots being shipped in from everywhere.
madness. And they used to make them pay for the tattoos up front. So that was
Yeah, because there was so many issues.
yeah,
with
there were
people
so many issues. They'd be
announcing,
like,
yeah.
all right, and then it's $300 and you got to go sit there and wait until he's done with his 3 tattoos before you. And there'd just be like a whole bunch of people in there.
And they're
just,
already
like,
paid up at
sitting
that
there.
point.
So they'd just all be sitting there, And they'd be like, oh, can we drink in here? We're like, obviously, yeah, just do whatever you want. It's
But that puts so much more pressure on you. Like if I'm knowing that there's 3 heads that are already paid for the tattoos that I have to do in the next couple of hours, that's pressure.
I
Dude.
wouldn't eat, dude. We wouldn't eat. Like
Yeah,
we'd just
yeah,
eat
yeah,
later.
for sure.
You wouldn't do
Yeah.
anything. You just sit there, clean up, set up, do it again, clean up. And we had towards the end we started like having people help there, where they like clean up and set up for you, and then you obviously have to tip them out and stuff. So that became a little more helpful, like when you were 3 to 5 people deep.
Yeah, you're like, can you at least bring in like a half of a sandwich?
Just something real quick. I'll eat in the bathroom, I don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
care because there's no not like a break room or like a drawing room or anything crazy like that.
Yeah. And this is all pre-iPad, obviously, so we're just
Way
literally
pre-iPad.
tracing
I mean,
that
we
on a
didn't get an
light
iPad
table,
till 2010, right?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. But was it later than that?
Yeah, I think later than
I think it was later than that.
I had a real young guy at my shop, and he was like, I was over there drawing on this magic thing, and I was like, what the fuck you got over there, bro?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm drawing on this. I was like on the computers, like this little flat computer.
It took us by storm, and
Yeah.
when we were all
Oh,
together.
I love it. As soon as I touched that thing, I was like, oh yeah, no, yeah.
I still haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
I expect that from you. I expect that from you, Phil. I love my every day.
It's the best.
I won't even leave it in my backpack in the car.
Fuck
Like
no, dude.
if I go to the grocery store, I'm like taking my
You're
backpack.
also from the 90s. You don't leave your CDs in your car either.
No. It's funny. Mimi just got a car. It has a CD player in it.
Sick.
Yeah, Uncle Joey gave her a car.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've gone last week, get it registered. And we've been every week anyway. She's got a
Easy
permit. She's got a permit, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
So he gave her a car. Sick uncle move, but it's got a CD player. And I'm like, wow, I got something for you. I'm going to give you this rack of CDs.
Oh, tight.
So it's going to be fun for her to like go through and listen. She's like, what kind of music? I'm like, just listen to them.
Yeah.
If you hate it, take it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you might like something in there.
Watch one get stuck in there. My sister had a Bruce Springsteen fucking album stuck in her Malibu. I don't know if it was Bruce Springsteen.
No, it was,
Was it the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I think it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It was just stuck in there and it would just play.
Sorry, Courtney. She'll have to fix us on that one. But
Boo.
yeah,
The Malibu.
yeah, I believe it was Red Hot Chili Peppers that was stuck in there. I remember her telling me
That's
that.
awesome.
That's pretty funny, man. to
Did
think
you
about.
have any other jobs before you got into like the piercing thing?
Just
or-
kid jobs?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, 'cause
just
you were still young and,
like I worked at Bonnie Springs, Old Nevada
Oh,
when I was like 15 and a
I
half.
remember that.
Yeah. I used to cowboy on the weekends up there and like run the wax.
That had to have been a fucking blast.
Oh,
It was cool because the cowboys would call me. They were drunk up there. Those cowboys up there, and
Yeah.
they'd call you out and shoot you on the thing. So that was like
Yeah.
cool. I did that on the weekends.
Okay.
Then I worked at like the Meadows Pet Store,
Okay.
and
You never worked at Mr. Rags? I don't know why. For some reason, I felt like
I did. Like I worked at Mr. X.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just the Meadows Pet Store, and then I had the best summer of my life when I was 17. I got to be a lifeguard at Wet and Wild.
Yeah,
It was the best summer of my life, dude.
Those are
I
like-
still say that to this day. You know, like,
those are like badass jobs. Like the kids that were young and that were in that position were like the badass.
it was 1996 or 1997.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna take my shirt off, so I wouldn't take. My
I didn't care, man. I didn't care. I would just stand there. What was that, like Raging Rapids or whatever it was, where they came down the tube and it was in the pool?
Yeah.
And I would just be standing there, like with my sunblock, my stupid hat on, and I'd just like pushing girls by in tube. I'm like, this is the greatest day ever, 17, And then I think I worked at U-Haul for like a short stint. Oh, I did work at the movie theater for like a quick minute, the 2 movie theater at the Gold Coast. So my dad was a floorman at the Gold Coast.
So you kind of had regular jobs though before you got into the industry. So were you like a more responsible
Definitely.
dude? Yeah.
I never
mean,
called in or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I had pretty good work ethic
Work
when I
ethic, yeah.
worked for you.
1000%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think I always had a good work ethic. God, I can't even
Work
talk.
ethic.
2 sips of wine. Okay.
Yeah.
Work ethic. Even
Yeah.
when I was young, man, I always
Yeah, yeah.
showed up. People asked me to work. I see a lot of it in my daughter now.
Good.
She gets like upset if she can't like cover for somebody.
Well,
She's
yeah.
like really responsible. I'm like, man, I was just like that. I
Yeah.
always just showed up.
You just you're just genuinely a good dude.
Oh,
So,
thanks, buddy.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
You always like follow through.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Treat people
yeah.
good. You'll be treated good. That's how it always worked out for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And it's
even when
brought-
dudes were punching me in the leg and
Yeah.
treating me like
Kill
shit,
'em with
and
kindness, man.
just killed them with kindness,
Yeah.
man. Like, still showed up the next day.
Welcome with a smile.
Yeah, You're not going to scare me so bad out of this gig that I'm not coming back to.
Yeah. And that's that heart and that determination and drive that I think, got you through it. And
I think that's what gets a lot of tattooer, maybe
Yeah.
all three of us, any
Yeah.
tattooers that actually want to be a tattooer, you will become a tattooer.
Mm.
Will you be good at it? You don't know. Probably, hopefully.
What's crazy is you don't even have to be that good if you just show up and be kind.
I'll say it 1,000 times to
You'll
this
get
day.
better
I would
progressively,
rather get
obviously, if you
a
care.
mediocre tattoo from a nice guy than a beautiful tattoo from an asshole that's wearing headphones.
1,000%.
So it's
Fuck that,
It's
dude.
all
Are you
in the
kidding me?
experience.
Yeah.
It's all in the experience. And that's what blows my mind when I ask a customer with a beautiful tattoo. When you ask someone, oh, who did that tattoo? And they're like, oh, some guy. And it's like, you missed the whole fucking point. It was all in the experience. What do you mean, some guy? You should be homies
Yeah.
right now.
I know. I became, dude, still to this day, so many of the people that I speak to on a regular basis that are like a big part of my life are people that I met through tattoos.
Yeah.
Just my
Everybody.
clients,
Yeah.
dude.
All my
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
all the greatest
Yeah.
people I know, I met them. They sat in my chair at one point.
Yeah.
It's very rare I have like a few people that didn't come and get tattooed. But like I'll be at a gathering with all my friends and I just look around and like, wow, I did that tattoo,
Yeah.
that tattoo, that tattoo. I mean,
Even you just sitting down right here, I'm like, oh shit, I did your whole leg and your knee and your hand. I did a lot of tattoos on you and I don't remember.
we spent a lot of time
that. I
together,
don't-
man. Me and you used to hang out a lot, man. So
Yeah. Look, yeah.
tattooing's magical though. There's still days that I tattooed today that like it's magical, man. I went in, I hung out with two people that I think are cool as fuck. I did my best that I could do for you, the brightest colors, the cleanest lines, whatever that I can give to you. We had a great conversation, and I went home and I can pay bills, man. It's really a cool job,
Yeah.
It's really like you said, it's a magical thing, man. Tattooing. I still feel it on the daily when I do it.
Just basic gratitude,
Right.
dude. Just wake up and be
It still
stoked.
blows my mind that these things stay. Like I'm still caught on that. Like to me, like when I first got into tattoos, I was like, but it stays. Like, and that's still amazing to me.
Yeah. Unless you use the wrong black. I
The
still
disappearing
do not
tattoo.
know how the fuck it happened, but you were there with me, right? Like,
Gray wash story, right?
Yeah, I fucking did a full week of tattooing, and I don't know what the fuck
I remember this.
Maybe I
I
didn't
remember this
shake it
week.
up enough or something. Like 25 years, and then all
Was
of
it?
sudden
It was a
just one-
pre-cut gray.
I don't fucking. I feel like we were trying something new or something, or it was like at the time maybe there were. I do feel like this was happening. There was sketchy tattoo supplier guys coming around that were getting their
Oh
shit
yeah.
from
Right.
sketchy
Oh, yeah.
places.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That were labeled as say dynamic, but I don't think it was
Mm.
dynamic. But it fucking looked black. Like I've been
When you were
tattooing for a
putting it
long
in, it
time.
felt
Yeah, it looked
natural.
black. It felt right. I didn't even notice. And then it was like the one girl called and she's like, hey, I don't know about this. And I did this fucking thing from neck to butt cheek.
Like a
dude.
spine tattoo.
Yeah,
I
spine
remember this
tattoo.
tattoo. Yeah.
So then I was mortified, dude. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
The heart starts racing.
Oh my God. And then all of a sudden I was like, when did I do this? And like, well, I've been tattooing with that same product for like fucking 2 weeks now or some shit, And then I was just stopped everything. And this is like, I was booked out like 8 months in advance, like 5 days a week, dude. And I literally had to just straight halt the train, call all those people in, ask them about their tattoo. Can you please come by? Can I look at your tattoo? And even like some of them just didn't even think anything of it. And I was like, just so we're clear, like, yeah, I don't want to say I fucked it up, but I fucked it up. I'm going to take responsibility for this. And I will fully, unfortunately redo your tattoo on your ribs or whatever. That sounds horrible, dude.
I don't even think you redid all of them. I think some people just never even came back.
I know. I kept trying.
I
and
think it was like a week or
embarrassed
something.
and
I
fucking
remember that.
Scared, and I just remember that just now. Like I've totally forgot about
Bro, that's
that.
the worst feeling though.
There were
Yeah.
some sketchy ass suppliers in Vegas back then.
There's so many.
I just don't understand how I didn't see it. I mean, it was at the peak of my busiest ever,
Yeah.
but I
It's
don't
like
know. I don't think that's an
Dark
excuse.
gray
I
can
don't-
look black,
Yeah.
It must have just been something in the bottle or who knows, man. But that
mortified, dude.
messing up
Now
any
I'm just
tattoo
gonna-
or spelling something wrong or
Yeah.
put something on upside
Takes
down.
years off your life.
And when you
Yeah.
realize
Legit
it, man,
takes years
your
off your
heart
life.
is in your stomach
Yeah.
and you do not sleep that night.
Yeah.
It's just because you just try so hard for those things not to happen. But
Yeah.
you're human. Things happen.
Yeah.
Stuff does happen. That's why it's check it 3 times with spelling anymore. And it's like,
Yeah.
look at it again. Oh, is this your nation's flag, make sure it's
I
all.
want everybody in the room to spell check that shit, you know? Like every fucking word. I literally remember doing that. Like after I did it one time, I spelled bot B-O-8. I can't even spell it still, but I spelled it wrong. And luckily it was an easy fix. I made the U into an A, you know, like a lowercase A. But
I had a dude spell his own daughter's name wrong one time.
I've had that as well.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
had
I've
that
had
as
that
well.
happen.
And then he tried to blame me.
Yep,
I was like,
that's
no,
exactly
no,
what happened
man.
with me. I
Yeah.
actually had his wife come in flipping shit. And thank God at that point we were doing so many names that we'd keep a book. They'd have to write down the name. So she comes in and she was like, you spelt my baby's name wrong on my husband. And I'm like, and she's going bananas. And it was like, well, let's go to the book. And like, as soon as I pulled it out, I was like, I can guarantee you I wrote it exact. And she goes, I was like, see, he spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, before you say a word, outside. You ain't beating his ass in the waiting room. Take it outside.
yeah.
On top of it, maybe you should have given your baby a name that was fucking spellable. You know? And that's what I said. Because at that point, it was like, you came at me, now I'm going to come at you. You know?
Dude, I second guessed my own daughter's name. My wife named her, so I was like, I was still at Eloise. Is it Louis? And I remember like before I had kids, this dude being like, hold on 1 second, bud. Before you start, let me call my wife real quick. And then he calls his wife, and he asks how it's spelled, and I was like, who are you? And like in my head, I'm like judging him, but here I am over there like,
Yeah, that makes sense now.
E-L-O-I-U?
Yeah, our youngest daughter's middle name is Quinn, but it's Vietnamese, right? So it's Quynh, you know?
Oh, yeah,
I think that's right.
Yes.
But every time I gotta write it down, I gotta like write it down and look at it. I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure like this is right, you know, every single time. So I can understand. I can totally understand that. Yeah.
So Phil and I were talking too earlier about like your style, the style that you developed with
When you had that color palette.
Yeah. Like with the red and the gray and the yellow brown.
Very-
Yeah, I've
very
really
fucking
gone
very
back and used it.
earthy tones.
Yeah. I've really gone back to that. There was like a minute there, kind of like,
you veered off.
I had a weird time in my life not too
Yeah.
long ago, man.
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
through a thing, you know,
Yeah.
and I think everybody does, you know, and there was a time where I was, you know, sitting outside of your shop with everything I owned,
Yeah.
and I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a place to live. I'd moved
Yeah.
out of that girlfriend's house I had, and I didn't know what I was going to do, man. So when I went to work at downtown, I just started doing more traditional tattoos and kind of fell off that. But I've really gone back to what I like, like
good.
just movies. Well, I mean, like the record, I just
Yeah, it was awesome. I just photographed it yesterday. Yeah.
I just love it. I
I felt like you were really onto something with that.
Yeah, I think
I loved it. I felt like it was you. It was like, I mean, you came from like more new school when you started with us, and then you started really developing this like love for traditional.
Yeah, I give that to
American
Phil
traditional.
though. Phil
Yeah.
showed me all of that, man. You know,
But
like
then like
Contagious.
Phil, yeah. But you developed your own unique touch and style and color
Yeah.
palette, like you said. It was
Which
like, it was
very
beautiful,
few,
dude.
and that's the thing. There's very few traditional tattoos.
yeah, there's one up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Perfect.
the brown, the deep, like the brown red.
There's few things you can do in traditional to set yourself apart. Like, what can you possibly do? And I feel like there's only a handful of tattooers that I've seen pull it off.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, because that drives me crazy to see the same thing over and over.
Hell's
and
yeah.
No,
over.
I know, yeah.
And like I even have like newer tattooers in my shop, and they're just doing the same thing, man. I'm like, why don't you want to just be you? You
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
okay, you're into hockey, man. Paint some hockey flash
Yeah.
and traditional,
Yeah.
man. Or like, I was into movies, right? I'm still into movies. I just want to
All
paint
the
movies.
80s, 90s pop culture that you
Love
pulled
that.
into it. It was so good.
Yeah, I love that. I still have a list that I need to do. It's just about finding time to do it, running a shop, raising kids.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
it's
hard.
a-
Yeah.
yeah. It's
a
like
lot, yeah.
I get those 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I get my iPad and I'm sitting at the table. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do something right now. You know, and I've made my whole palette on the iPad, so it's pretty
okay.
it's pretty neat to like throw
Oh,
it together
cool.
really
Yeah.
really fast. You know,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No, I watched it happen, dude. I watched you build out like your whole entire wall with the grid.
Right.
And then by the frames, we installed them all blank. And then you just slowly started filling them in, which was a fun, like it was like a mission that looked you in the eyes every single day.
Yeah.
You needed to continue.
Call it the Wall of Doom.
Yeah, the
It
wall
was
of
the Wall of Doom because it was empty, right? It
Yeah.
had one or two in there, and I was like, I'm gonna fill these all, and it took me 2 years almost to the day. Took me 2 years almost to the day to fill that wall
Yeah.
because I felt like one took a couple of months. Of course, no iPad putting the drawing together, so
Yeah.
there's always like a mission to get that flash sheet together.
And that wall was beautiful.
Yeah, you got to come by the shop.
I
I
know.
got a bunch of them now.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to come come check out the shop, dude. I'm about to build 2 more walls in the shop, you know, have like the half traditional thing going, but still leave enough room for people to be unique and do their own. I mean, I have one guy that does like realism, and all he does is tattoo fake skin for his art.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man.
It's so sick. That's like insane.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
And he frames them, and I'm like, that is just such a cool thing. I'm like,
I
glad you're
remember
doing
I was-
something
Yeah, the
for
last
yourself.
art show I came to your shop, I was like, you showed me that. And I was like, I don't know. I never even seen anything like that before. That's so crazy.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how like he's using his time, his downtime, like you were.
To
You're using
tattoo,
your downtime
right.
to tattoo or to produce, you know, and that's I don't know. I love those days where we were all together and there was no phones in our pockets that were like, you know, nobody was doom scrolling. The second we weren't tattooing, we were painting. I remember
Yeah.
we would pull out our paint stuff on purpose because every time you would pull it out and set
Someone
it
would
up,
show
you'd
up.
get a walk in.
I get a walk into tattoo.
And it was like, we would do it,
Yep.
you know?
When
and
you
like,
get ready to paint, or when
Yeah.
you get ready to tattoo a friend,
Yeah.
someone walks through the door
Yeah.
immediately.
Yep.
Those were really great years, man. I
Oh,
really,
so good, dude.
yeah.
I
They're
think about
literally
those years
no-
constantly.
No,
Yeah,
I
joke.
really think about those years constantly, man, and how like they helped me become who I am.
Yeah.
You know, they really did, and I'll even throw it out there, like you and like your parents help show me like how to be a dude and like be a dad and like decorate my own space. You don't like something, man? Throw some shelves up, you know, and
Yeah.
like make it your own. Like I never had that like growing up. It was always
Yeah.
like crappy apartments that nobody like did anything. So like I really learned a lot in those years. You know what I mean? Like learning how to, you know, be a dad, be a dude. And then of course, like you guys brought up, like just
Well, how about the fact that we all got along so well? Like that's so. We were fucking legit family. Like I looked forward to seeing you guys every day. You know, that's so rare in a tattoo shop.
it never felt like going to work. It was like, I can't wait to get there today, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great crew.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time too.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to build. You know, it took like I think I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I think it took me like 15 years to get to the point to where I had a decent
Group of
like
people.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a good like solid.
Yeah, I've
group,
been through a
you
few
know?
now. Like I understand now.
Very
it really
difficult, yeah.
takes a lot to put the right people
A
together.
lot of patience and burying your pride at times, keeping your mouth shut and just trying to get shit like keep the fucking machine moving, you know, like and not let your emotions get in there.
That's
and
the thing
yeah.
right there. It's like you got to really take your time and be like an owner and a boss. You can't
Yeah, and it's
can't
not
get your feelings
fun, dude.
involved.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey man,
yeah.
I love you to death, dude, but I have to do this. You know, or like
Yeah.
I have to hire this person, or I have to have this next person come in because I can't keep it the same like this because this is not working
Yeah.
for me. It's not a good
Yeah.
partnership. You know,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot this past. I mean,
It
a Hive's
is.
5 years old on March.
Yeah, congrats.
March 3rd.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's wine. I've
Yeah.
got the bottle for you. Gotta get Phil. You gotta bring Phil by.
Yeah. It's a very important thing. You know, the vibe in your shop and who you bring in. And it's not fucking easy, dude. And it's the hands down hardest thing I've ever done. And it's been incredibly rewarding, but incredibly ass kicking and embarrassing and humbling and fucking like I'm not gonna lie. I spent like time and I was doing that shit too when I was like 22. And I had a hot head ass dad that I needed to always try to keep out of the fucking conversation with people, you know, and like and try to keep us like
That would have been hard, man. That would have been really difficult for me because I wouldn't be able to. It's good. It's just me because then I make the decision.
totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's done. I don't have to.
Partnerships and everything are like, dude, we did a whole episode about
Partnerships and partnerships
Yeah.
with your family are two completely different animals, too.
True. And,
You
yeah.
can't fire your parents.
No,
Yeah, we learned that for years.
And everybody always thought that I was the kid that just worked at my parents' tattoo shop. And
I've
it
actually
was-
heard that a few times later.
Yeah.
I always tell
Oh, yeah.
people. I always correct people.
Somebody
I'm
just
like,
said it to me the other day.
I'm like, no, that's not how it worked. That's
Yeah.
not how it went. But
I even remember getting articles written in newspapers about us, and they were like Becky and Charlie, you know, and like they know I went through this over the years, and then at the bottom, and their son works there too. Awesome.
yeah.
Like I fucking what the fuck, you know, and it bothered me at the beginning, and then it's like talk about like swallowing your pride and like fucking ego. You just gotta just keep moving, dude, and just keep doing like whatever. I don't really care what the fuck you think. Like I was trying to teach my kid this the other day. It's like the sooner you can get over being concerned what anybody else around you fucking thinks, then life is so much easier. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person. You know, you can't take into consideration everyone's fucking opinion, you know?
Apply that to tattooing too.
Yeah.
I don't care what a group of tattoo artists think about my tattoos.
No, you can't.
I think we all set out to impress specific tattooers.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and anyone past that really didn't show up on our radars.
Yeah.
You know,
And sometimes you meet those people and then your outlook changes, unfortunately, you know? And like,
How many times have you met a hero or somebody you looked up to and they were just shitty to you and you're just like, all right, you know what, man? That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't want to show you this anyway. You know, it's all good. I've been getting this far by myself. I've been getting this far alone. I'm doing just fine for myself, you know?
we were talking too about how, you know, you were going through a lot of shit at the time and you ended up out on the outside and and you had broke up with that girl, you know, and like to me, like the most important healthy thing in my life that I've ever experienced is having the right partner.
Oh man, it is so
It's like,
huge.
It's so incredibly important.
It is
dude.
huge. I mean, I don't think I would have opened my shop without Jen, like without my
Yeah.
wife. She's like a backbone, man.
Yeah.
She kicks my ass, tells you
Yep.
fucking do that,
Yeah.
man. What are you
Yeah.
scared of? What's
Yeah.
the worst that can happen? That you're in the same place that you're in today. So I think having a partner that backs you up is so super important in anything.
In a
that you
healthy
do.
manner, you know.
Healthy manner.
We've had the gas up partner in the background, like, yeah, motherfucker, you know, behind you, and you're like, easy, Tiger. Like, okay, we're trying to do something level headed here.
I don't want to dodge any more like milk jugs or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Both
boy.
sides, man.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
have we?
Like,
I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like all three of us are in a really good position right now. You know, it's like having a level-headed human around you and that can help you through those difficult times. Like, when I was younger, like I would literally just go home either to a crazy girlfriend or a girlfriend that was crazy and not home. Like, I don't know where you're at, or
strolling in at 4 or 5 in the morning, like, hey,
Yeah.
where you been? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Or just like go home by yourself after that rough ass day where you just do not understand how to communicate with these people and you do not understand how to get people on board or why are they so awful and like, or is it me, you know? And I literally remember sitting on the edge of my bed as a grown ass man, just like fucking crying, like not telling a soul. And then going back into work in the morning, like, hi, all right, everybody, let's do it. Come on, guys, you know? And then someone walks in right past you and doesn't say fucking hi and
I
doesn't
think
want to
as
have anything to
tattooers
do
we're
with your
really
vibe.
good at that too. Like you gotta put on that face for every tattoo. You know, so I feel like we were really good at being, you know, bullshit about what we were going through. You know, and we were professionals at doing that shit.
Because we took pride in giving that experience
Yeah.
and getting to know those people was just as important as doing the best fucking tattoo you possibly can.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. That's part of it is just getting to know people and like putting that face on and how are you today? Like, what do you do for work? Like, you know, hey, you got big plans for the weekend. You know, I'm about to hurt you. This is gonna suck. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
like, let's try to get through this
And
together.
you try to make them laugh or whatever. And like, you
Tell
know,
them some jokes. Tell them the worst story, worst tattoo you ever did. And, you know, everybody
Yeah.
asks you know, was like,
Yeah.
what's the worst tattoo you've ever done? And you tell them like, this is the worst tattoo I ever done. You
yeah.
know, or
and they
this
love
is,
it. And
yeah.
like, yeah.
Or like the worst tattoo I ever saw get done was, I think I told you guys before, but the 7 dwarfs shoveling shit from a guy's asshole,
Oh my God.
you know,
I think I
with
remember you telling me that.
wheelbarrows and gas masks. This guy
Poor
came in,
bashful.
he came in and asked, and they asked me to do it. And I was like, oh, I'm about to leave. You guys should save this one for the new girl tonight. And I actually ran into her recently and she was like, dude, do you remember this tattoo? And I go,
Oh, man,
boy, do I. I tell that story about that tattoo weekly.
Oh,
This
man.
guy's was dead set. He must have like won a bunch of money while he was in Vegas or something. And he was just like, today's the day. I'm going to get that tattoo. I've been
my
telling
God.
get
everybody.
those 7 dwarfs.
Those 7 dwarfs, all 7 of them, dude. All 7 of them.
What a
Going
terrible
from
gig.
almost the inside, almost all the way to the outside, dude.
Wow.
Gas mask and all, like just shovelly, smelly shit. Like,
I remember so many of Phil's fucked up tattoo stories, but for some reason right now I don't have any that pop into my head about you.
yeah, I got.
Do you remember
sucks.
any about me?
I just remember like one, like when we were at the shop, like the one that like gave you a meltdown was like one of those Jesus tattoo things,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the perspective one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day for
Yeah,
some reason. I remember that day. I think
I didn't-
Joey brings that up a lot.
Yeah. I didn't want to do it at all. And then, but like, he really wanted me to do it, and I fucking nice guyed myself into a hole, you know, being like, yeah, okay. So he, you know, it was one of those bullshit ass crazy ones. It's like Jesus on the cross, and his hand is the fucking other hand, and then I had to draw. I do remember because Joey and I, like, I don't know, I just remember being just distraught about it, not like at anybody other than myself, because I kind of got, I don't know, I pressured myself into doing it or whatever, and then I did it, and I just fucking, I don't know, it just didn't. I thought it was gonna turn out good, and I put my all into it. And I was like kind of excited about it, but kind of hated it all at the same time.
Mind you, I felt like the tattoo was fine. It was passable. You just tell he was like, what, not into it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got done and the guy like had some stipulations about it or something like that. He was like, didn't like it or something. And then we were just like,
yeah, and
I don't know, man, what's
like,
good?
It's a fucking pencil. Like I drew the drawing and I put it on you. I mean, I wanted to just be like, the fucking idea is terrible, bro. It's like one of those meme tattoos. And like, why are you doing this? And I didn't execute it well.
I remember a customer that used to drive you up a wall. Really? And I remember one day you were like, that's it. I'm going to give it to him this time. And I was like, what are you going to do? And you said, I'm going to wear headphones through this tattoo. And you felt terrible before, during, and after about it. And it's funny because years later, me and Olivia were house shopping. And I go walking in and I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere. And he pulls his sleeve up and I'm like, that's him. That's the guy. So Olivia was like, he's a really nice guy. I was like, no, he's an asshole.
You know who it was? I think.
Yeah,
it was
the Disney tattoos.
Yes. Yeah. It's that guy, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah. He was a fucking bully, and like he was like a real consistent, good client, but he was also like, I'm so consistent and I'm so good that you need to do this for me. And he was just very like abrasive, and I was just, I finally remember breaking up with him, like, and it wasn't like,
no, you had to break up with him.
And when I called it out, I was like, those are Austin Spencer tattoos. And he was like, how'd you know that? And I was like, I ain't saying another word. I ain't saying another word.
He was fucking massive,
big
too,
dude.
remember?
Big dude.
Yeah.
You see Austin's tattoo from across the room, though. You're like, Austin did that for you, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I spotted one across an amusement park when I left Studio 21 and moved to Pennsylvania. I was blown away at how few good tattoos I saw in Pennsylvania. And we were at this place, I can't even remember the name of the amusement park. And there was a woman with this beautiful tattoo. She was good 30, 40 feet away. And I was like, who did that? And I go walking up and I was like, who did that tattoo? And she was like, oh, I got it done in Las Vegas. And I was like, Austin Spencer. She was like, how'd you know?
There must have been a bunch of teal in it.
It feels like
tons of blues.
Tons of blues that were just solid. Light blue is just solid, bro. It's perfect. Yeah.
Why was that? Like, that became my thing for like 20 fucking years.
Nobody else can do it.
Everybody just wanted it.
So we could try. Nobody else can do it, man.
Blue. That's the truth. I struggled with blue for a long time.
I hate blue, dude. I hate blue. I hate purple. If I never have to see him or touch him again, I would be.
Isn't that weird that there's just some colors that are so much tougher to get in?
I did a purple tattoo today, man. I hated every second of it. You know, it's like, why purple? There's like no mid in purple. It's like dark and light.
And you always have a mess with one color too. You ever notice that? Every time I'd have a mess, it'd be orange. Like I'd be like, how did I get? I didn't even use orange today. Why is it on my pants?
I don't know why. I just see lavender smears. I'm like, get the fucking lavender. I can't stand the lavender. Can never get it off. You just keep rubbing it and it's going everywhere.
I mean, you got a tattoo with a wet paper towel. And you're like, dude, this is gross. It's like running down my arm. Like, great day. Awesome. Love it.
Oh God. Yeah, I remember Phil's. I don't know if we already talked about it, but that his butthole tattoo. That girl brought in all the pictures of the butthole.
Oh yeah.
So weird, dude.
The more I let her know that I wasn't into it, the more she just like. I feel like that was her shtick.
Was right there, right?
Just that was her shtick, was to make me feel uncomfortable, and boy did she make. And finally, I was just like, I am not tattooing around your ass. It's just not happening.
We didn't get a lot of those at your shop.
No,
I felt like
it's
it was a
very
little
rare.
far off the strip. It wasn't like when I tattooed on the strip, and it was just like maniac after maniac that just wanted the weirdest.
Like tattooing was still booming like crazy. You know, we opened up that shop in 2006 and we were 2 miles off the boulevard. This is before Uber and all that stuff. So the cab drivers were still kind of
It
word
was
of
also a
mouthing.
tenth of the tattoo shops that there are.
Do you remember
in
that?
Vegas, right?
Do you remember the cab driver hustle where
Yeah,
where
they were-
they'd like
Yes.
get money
Yes.
from the tattoo shop? I don't know.
Well, they would, the strip clubs would give them $20. Yeah.
Are
and
you
then-
Uber
or
friendly?
100, I think.
Are
or
you
something.
cab driver
Are you
friendly?
cab driver friendly? That was it.
And I used to have to come out and beef with them because I was like, no, the motherfuckers got in your car. They have appointments.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were already on their way here,
Yeah.
and you're trying to squeeze me for more money
For
to doing
20
your
bucks
fucking
a head.
job,
I still
bro.
see that happen at the dispensaries all the time, where the driver will come in with someone and be like, "Oh, you guys Uber friendly," and they're like, "No,
dang.
no." But there are dispensaries in town that do give kickback to the Uber drivers.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I do that stuff. I'm just saying I passed by a couple of times.
I think strip clubs like, well, you had to take a taxi, right? And they'd be like, oh, where do you want to go? He's like, find me a tattoo shop, you know? And they'd be like, okay, I know the one, because they'd only take them to the ones that would give them like 20, 40 bucks a head. I know Diversity used to do it.
And I think that started with the stripper industry, right?
Yes. Yeah. So they were 20 bucks. I think they do like 80 bucks a head these days or something like that. I mean, that's a pretty good, you take 5 guys to a strip club. That's like your night, dude. 80 bucks a head, dude. Jeez. All you did was give somebody a ride. All right.
Yeah.
All right. There's lots of scams in Vegas back then though. Right.
Hustle's like, yeah, it's definitely like I remember my mom telling me, like, if you can grow up here, we moved here when I was in 4th grade. She was like, you could grow up anywhere. Or, you know, if you could survive here, you can survive anywhere. And I was like, okay, you know, like, I don't have anything to compare it to, Mom. And meanwhile, we're like, you know, then like a couple years later, we're like in a high school kids fucking private party, and there's like 3 stories and 100 kids in there, and like live sex shows, and you're like, what is happening? Like, I was like, oh, Las Vegas is
Or
wild.
and you're the area in the middle of a desert
yeah,
with a bunch of wild looking dudes with mohawks and like
Yeah.
just kegs of beer, and you're just partying in the middle of the desert, and you're like 15. You're like, what are we even doing out here? You know, but you're way out in the desert. Who's gonna come?
But no, you were born in California.
I was born in Southern California,
Okay.
but we came here. I mean, I think I was 7 when we came here. So it was like 87 or 80.
Oh, I thought you were a little bit older than that. I didn't realize you were that young.
And so I'm thankful for like, yeah, definitely. I'm thankful for my upbringing here, because I just feel like it was so wild and different. I mean, I was riding my BMX up and down Las Vegas Boulevard when I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
I mean,
getting weird.
just finding the half open beers, man, that were left around everywhere. I'd be like,
Syringe
cool.
needles in the desert and shit.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, all the things you find in the desert here was crazy, man. There's so many things, but just knowing, like, when I go down the strip these days, it's like I know every road here. I know every back road here. I know how to get in and out, and I was thankful. I had a lot of fun riding my BMX around the strip when you're 15. You know, now when you see things like all the sporting events and everything, you're just like, man, this is so crazy how different it was, you know, back then.
Dude, I mean, as far as tattooing too, I mean, what do we have? Like a tattoo shop in almost every casino.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing. Our ecosystem, our environment for tattooing is very different from every other city.
Yo, hell yeah.
Very different,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember before I came to work for you guys, I had called the Board of Health. I wanted to know exactly what was going on. And there were 47 tattoo shops in Las Vegas before I moved out there 2008. Just before we closed Old Vegas, talking to the Board of Health, she told me 729 legal shops, not the private studios. That's a lot. That's a huge increase in 12 years.
I mean, right on my block, dude. You remember Studio 21 was like right around, we were right on Decatur Jones and Flamingo. But I think at a peak there was, I think close to like 9 shops, like within,
Like in the vicinity.
yeah, like within like, you know, 2 blocks each direction.
I mean,
you
2
know?
opened up in my vicinity within the 5 years, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I opened mine, and then the one dude that used to work at downtown opened up on Charleston and Rainbow.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like,
yeah.
all right, man, cool, right on, cool.
Yeah, it's just
That's
fun,
how it is,
dude.
though. You can't,
Yeah,
you can't control that. You got to just figure out how to stand out, be nice to people, do a good job, and
Yeah.
people will come back. They'll be loyal to your shop and your tattoos. You know,
Show up.
show up, man.
Show up,
just
dude.
be there.
Yeah, show up with a smile.
Be there. Be sober. You
Yeah.
know, like don't. I don't know, man. Every shop you walk into, it's like a lot of things are the same on the walls, and
Or nothing on the walls.
that drives me
thing.
That
Yeah.
mind-boggling
nuts,
to me.
bro.
Mind-boggling to me.
There's just no. I mean,
Character.
I know you're like much into character and
Yeah.
and the theme of places and things, and it's like it's so weird when it like looks like the Apple store. Like, what am I doing here? Like, am I
Yeah.
getting a tattoo or?
Yeah, like I get it. Like I as far as the I don't know the aesthetics of like I don't know, retail or something like that. There's different. I get it. I definitely like. I always like when we built out our second shop. I remember being like, I just want everyone to walk in here and be so overwhelmed with shit, to look at and stories to talk about and things to see that I don't know. That was just like kind of my motivation. I wanted them to be able to leave and have so much more to talk about.
Yeah, like you went
Tell
and
other
saw cool
people.
stuff, and a lot of people did. Like I felt like when people came in and brought their friends, they'd be like, "Oh, look at all this! They told me this about this." And you still have the map up there and stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
awesome, man. I haven't
Yeah.
been there. I'll be there. I'll come to
Yeah,
the record
for
show.
vinyl,
But
yeah. Well, nowadays there's so many shops. It's like, dude,
Oh, you don't even know who's on your block.
well, yeah, and I miss I want more.
I went 6
community.
months not even knowing that there was another tattoo shop in my parking lot. It took 6 months for me to
You did
find
tell me
out that there was
yeah,
another
yeah.
tattoo shop in my park. It was a private
Yeah.
studio, of course,
Yeah.
but I kicked myself in how like for that to not be on my radar was like I felt stupid,
private studio thing is so strange to me. Like,
Oh, so weird,
I
dude.
want a tattoo anywhere where like I wasn't around other tattoo artists or like
We're people though.
we're people. That's right.
Yeah.
How
There
you
are some
build a
people that are not
clientele
people.
is the most important thing. Like how big is your clientele that you can survive on just that clientele?
I think
You
we'll
know?
see right now. I mean, we're seeing a lot of it's in this interesting cleansing period.
That's
I'm
one of my guys in my shop is telling me there's a new TikTok trend right now where it's like they're coming out as they're quitting tattooing, and then like a lot of people are like applauding them, and like I was like, what are you even
Seeing it
talking
I saw
about?
two today. I saw two today
was
on
like,
Instagram.
And there'd be all these comments. He told me there's like all these comments that are like, "Oh, good for you! Like I couldn't do it either. I quit," And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"That's really interesting, man," because that was like
Support.
never an option for me.
Well, at least they're being kind about it and not just
I
shitting
guess
on them
so.
in the comments.
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that. When I started tattooing, I don't feel like that was ever an option. Like
I still don't.
no, it's. I mean, I
Yeah.
got nothing else, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe one of my kids will do something awesome. I don't know. They got no interest in tattooing. Like
Yeah.
I asked them all, they want to learn how to tattoo? They're like, nope, not even dad. Like, and it's just like that old meme you see, the
Yeah.
Slayer meme. And it's like, you're not even cool to a teenage girl if you're the lead singer of Slayer. And it's like
Yeah,
the guy,
yeah.
the guy from Slayer is like doing this, and his teenage daughter is just like rolling her eyes. It's like you're not even cool if your dad's a tattoo artist or owns a
Yeah.
tattoo shop. He's still not cool. Teenage kids, man. You got it incoming, dude. It's coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna trip. It gets real weird. It gets really strange. Like it's so weird that I have these little humans that I made, and they're just like
Yeah.
they like rag me, dude. They like rag me out, dude.
So, I
Like,
mean, that's kind of why we
they clown on
raise
me.
them,
Yeah.
though. Like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want them not to talk shit and
I
have
was
fun.
watching this
Like,
right here. She's like, man, these guys are dinosaur old. So I was like, oh, Dad, did you take your
fucking old
dinosaur to
guy.
work? Like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Sick burn, but damn, man.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm like, I love that our energy though. Like, I feel overall though that even though we've been in it for a minute, like we still we just like have good things to say about it. Like, even though we might not agree with like some of the younger kind of things, but like I'm still fascinated by it. Like,
Every day.
and I want to figure out how to apply like newer ideas and energy that people are bringing to the table.
Yeah, nothing's worse than talking to somebody that's like super hard headed about it has to be this way, it has to be this way, and it's like, dude, just let it do what it's gonna do, man.
Yeah. I mean, shit, we're sitting here doing these things. Like, this isn't something that I wouldn't done back in the day, But now it's like, oh, okay, well, you like if you want to basically exist in the ecosystem of the internet, you have to at some point in time try to figure out how to talk to the fucking camera when you're promoting an art show.
That's what everybody tells me.
Whatever, Yeah.
Everybody tells me like, dude, you gotta start putting your face on camera. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking want to, man.
I don't want to either.
Right.
You go,
Things
dude,
that
look,
you would never do.
yeah.
Good. I was like, why don't you do it?
You're so good though. You're personal.
I know, man. I really should.
I'll tell you the mics to get and whatever. It's just what you
I feel like me and Nick should do it just for fun.
Bones has been good at. He's been throwing himself out there for a minute.
Mr. Bones,
He
yes,
is.
he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Solid.
Nobody
dude.
will. I'll fight somebody over that, man. He's the best, dude. Like,
He's a sweetheart.
good dude. I'm excited for him and his journey now, and he's gonna get in that van and do his thing. They're gonna hit it like move out of their apartment like permanently.
Really?
He's gonna come back to Hive like once a month or once every 5 weeks.
Do the whole country?
Everywhere, anywhere and everywhere.
I meant to.
Yeah.
I haven't.
bless.
Yeah, I need to hit him up because I had an idea that I thought that he could help, like, almost also like subsidize some income and like sell Maverick on the road at like trade shows or something, So That way and I could ship stuff to him. You know, he's the person that I would trust. You know, and like he's so
Trusting
sweet.
people on the
Yeah,
planet,
he's a
dude.
great communicator.
He helps me with anything I ask him to do. Anything I ask him, I want to do something dumb. You want to dig a pool, Nick? He's in.
Yeah,
You know, you want me to? I want to frame this whole thing out. He's in. Like,
yeah.
doesn't complain. We just get it done. You know, we've done work on his van.
He's so different from all of us too. You know, and that's what
We're
I love about
completely
him so
different
much.
guys. Me and Nick Bones are completely different guys, but somehow we have the greatest friendship. Like
Yeah.
it trips me out. Still, he's
Yeah.
completely opposite from me. Like, but he's so fun and he's cool to talk to, and he's always pumped. You know, he's
Yeah.
excited to do things, and it's cool, man. And all the gym that we did.
Nothing get him down.
Nah, man. It's because, you know, it was rough for him when he was young. So when things are rough when you're younger, man,
Yeah.
you know, it's like
Onward
you
and
would talk
upward.
about being broke again. We'll both say it. Been broke before.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, it's the worst that can happen. You know, it's like,
Dude, when I first started tattooing, I was scared, dude. I quit I had a full-time job and I was doing my apprenticeship, and then I quit. I was working at I was a server at a golf course, right? You know, and then but I remember quitting and going like, all right, dude, I'm gonna do this like full time. My rent was $400 a month. My truck was paid for. I paid $3,000 for it, and I remember going to work and making like $500. And I went home and I remember my sister's boyfriend at the time. He got a safe. He worked for a safe company, so he gave me this janky old safe. And this was like when I went into like I quit my apprenticeship spot and everything, and I went into a full-time position. And I went to the store and I bought 2 Heineken 22s, and I sat on my I sat on my tailgate of my truck, and I was like, this is it, dude. Like anything on top of this is icing on the cake. Like I could live like this for the rest of my fucking life. I'm getting to go to work, I'm getting to draw, I'm getting to meet characters. And then I get 2 fucking beers and I smoke a little weed on the tailgate of my badass apartment that has a garage, just $400 a month. Like I was like, I still to this day always remember that. Like I don't give a fuck about anything that I acquire. Like I care, and I'm very grateful for it. But like if I go back to 2 Heineken 22s at the end of the night on a tailgate with the desert fucking night, you know, it's like this is a good life, dude. You know?
it's great. It's great. I remember when I had my first like real money day. Like, I don't know.
I worked in a sketchy
It was
biker
like
shop, too.
$250 or something I made or something. I was like, wow, dude. I'm rich, man.
Yeah.
like,
Fuck yeah. I mean, before that, I was pulling fucking human shit out of a toilet for $30 in tips. I was just telling him on the way over here. I was like, I fucking worked at a bar and it was a bus boy and made $30 in tips a night. And they had Jaeger specials, and these construction workers would come in and drink like 100 fucking shots of Jaegers for $3 a piece or whatever. Dude shit his pants, and who had to go in there and fucking pull it out with a mop stick and put it in there. So going to work and tattooing and dealing with some weird ass people was fucking golden, dude. You know? Yeah. I just cleaned the fucking bathroom in the shop the other day.
it
It's
happens
like, you
though.
know?
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a wreck, dude, and you got to
Yeah.
do it. It's your place, man. You want it to
exactly.
be
Right,
nice.
dude. Yeah.
That's why I tell everybody to shop. I was like, I just want this place to be nice, man. I want the bathrooms to be clean. I want people to be comfortable. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comfortable, clean,
That's it.
nice tattoo, good experience. That's it.
Especially when you got ladies in the shop. I'm like, come in here, and I remember fucking fat tattooers with hairy butts like sitting on my shit. And I remember having to like fucking clean that and be like, oh,
Just reeking like
fucking coked out all night
weed,
long. or
cigarettes,
whatever, and
coked
just,
out
like,
all
fucking-
night, dude. Those
Yeah.
guys, they're some rough dudes, man. I wish I could just remember all of them to tell you the truth.
But now,
Yeah.
when you got into it, both of you, when you guys got into it in Vegas, it was a very biker.
It was like the
Tattoo
tail end of the
crowd.
bikers.
Okay.
It was like bongs and bikers.
Bongs and bikers.
So there was bong shops that did tattooing, and then it was the tail end. There was some like bike culture group shops, and I worked at one of them. And then
but there were still biker tattooers that, rode Harleys and looked like what they were supposed to look like, man.
Yeah.
I think they're
And were they affiliated? Or?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm
one
pretty
shop I
sure.
did,
I'm pretty sure.
I was
Yeah.
very open. I had them standing over me with their jackets on and everything, telling me what to do. And I was like, I was used to being around him because my dad owned Harleys and we did a lot of like bike stuff like growing up. So I knew there's simple rules like shut the fuck up, don't be disrespectful. It's like, and nobody's gonna really bother you, and stick up for yourself or just dip, just get the fuck out.
Irish goodbye every time.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta go. I'm going to the bathroom. Man,
Yeah,
you know.
but there was opposing clubs had
I
shops.
think it was like the tail end of like
Yeah.
things were changing. A lot of younger guys were coming in that were artists, and but there were still like some sketchy biker dudes around town for sure. Yeah. I mean, I worked at Fremont. That was a whole period I kind of even forgot to talk about. Was when I got off my piercing apprenticeship, they stuck me down on Fremont before they redid all that Fremont, and that was like one of the sketchiest places in town.
And this was one of Sheila's shops as well.
Yes, and it was the Uncle shop,
I do
Uncle
know-
Maury's
I
shop.
do remember that spot.
And it was a
I
big
do remember that
metal
spot.
hanger. It looked like a airplane hangar with metal walls,
okay.
walls and metal ceilings. All
Like a Quonset hut, like those dome type things,
and it
but
was-
two.
I think it's where
Why don't I remember that?
where the Griffin is now. I'm almost positive. So that's like before any of that got redid. It was like
okay,
still
okay.
real old shitty Fremont. It was like
Yeah.
weird watch repair place across the street, and like just hookers and drug dealers all in that whole section. You know,
The one shop or the joint was down there. The graffiti shop.
graffiti shop was up
you'd
the road a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we were actually on Fremont, and then there was like a pizza place there and a hot dog place, weird sketchy hot dog place, and the sheriff card building that is now Triple B's.
Yeah. We used to have to go get our.
Where did
AM
you see
cards.
more crazy shit, on the Strip or on Fremont?
I saw more on the Strip, I think. I mean, all the time there would be wild things happening. I mean, that Naked City was right behind there. There was a night where a dude walked up to the fucking gasoline pump,
I saw the video of this.
Ran
Ron
his
showed me a
ATM
video of
card.
that.
and just started drinking gasoline and like pouring it all over himself. And he lit himself up right there, right next to the shop. And just like, woo, like a mushroom cloud. The dude's just like on fire. And I came in the next morning, and the woman at the Circle K is like, I want to show you a video. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
show me the video. And she shows me this video, and I'm like, that is pretty crazy. Yeah. I was like, did he live? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, probably not. I was like, I don't know, man. Probably not. You know?
Yeah, I remember that because that dude Ron was working there at the time, and Ron called me up and was like, "Dude, you gotta see this fucking video." And I didn't even know what I was walking into.
Damn.
And I remember watching that video and just that fucked me up for a couple of weeks. That video.
Yeah. It was real. It was a real deal. It was a real deal. Car accidents like crazy down there. I mean, dude, I think the guy we talked about earlier, Ninja, kicked a dude into traffic one time, kicked him out of the door. The dude almost got hit by a bus. There's like a tall piercer that got hit by the mirror of the bus one time. It's right in his head. There's massive car accidents all the time. People just getting in crazy fights out there. Definitely a couple of gunfights here and there.
Well, back to bum fights. That was the corner that they smashed all the windows out on.
Right. Yeah. And it wasn't the tattoo shop. It was the Bonanza gift shop or whatever it was. Yeah. They smashed all those windows out, but that's that corner. Yeah.
I remember sitting in traffic, and this dude with a bat just fucking started taking out all the windows of the car in front of me, right in front of that shop. And I was like, and you're bumper to bumper, you can't go anywhere. And you're just like,
Right.
please
You
don't
got it.
come back
Please
here,
don't
bro.
let me be
I'm
next.
just like keeping my head down, like, oh fuck, this is gonna be shitty.
Knock on people's windows all the way down. They stay coming in the shop. Guys that just smell like everything under the sun. I mean, they've been sleeping out in this desert heat, and they'd walk into the tattoo shop, and like these counter kids would sometimes like let them use the bathroom. So they'd be in there for like 2 hours. They come out and just destroy those bathrooms. And it would smell like whatever they were smoking in there. Because they had like a tray of crack pipes that they would sell there with numbers on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be like,
guys
what
see
number do you
this?
want? They'd be like, number 4, you know, they'd sell number 4 crack pipes all day.
That was wild. They literally had crack pipes for sale in their store, so it brought in obviously not the most elegant
And
humans.
they had them like on a tray, and they put the tray away, right? You know, it's like it was all paraphernalia, and then these trays, and then like what's they selling all the
soon as they
bong shops
walked in-
back then? It was like incense, bongs, like
those things you drink to make you not
past drug tests.
drug tests
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
which don't fucking work. I tried. I couldn't get that job at Albertsons.
Turned out it worked out for you.
Yeah. All for smoking weed. And I had to fail it right in front of my dad, who was probably fucking high when I was there, and then he was giving me shit about it.
1000%, dude, huh? 1000%. Yeah, this is, dude.
Yeah, Las Vegas tattoos. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, all over, but that's what we got to experience, and it was a good time. I did like it though when I was younger. I thought it was fucking awesome. Now I'm like, get the fuck away from my shop. Like, get on. Yeah. We have like a bad fentanyl and fucking heroin problem
In your parking
there.
lot now?
Yeah, always.
Oh, get out, really?
Yeah, it's bad. Like, well, yeah, but it's like a fancier place for the fentanyl fucking heads. I don't even know what you call them. Like, they're just like, they're wild, bro. Like, just this week, this is their lady with a boot on. She's in a walker, and she's just like
Shut up,
in the
dude.
middle of the road. And I'm always like, hey, excuse me, do you mind leaving? Like, do you need a bottle of water or anything? And I try to like kill him with kindness. The other day, a schizophrenic dude just straight built a whole entire like house in front of my shop. Yeah, and I was like, hey man, good job on the property here. I can't have you like live here, like, do you want a bottle of water? He took that bottle of water and threw it and jumped up and started screaming at me, and I was just like, fuck, man. Like,
That was another thing we used to have to deal with. Like, everybody would have to try to get those guys off the sidewalk in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, if I had the morning shift, there was 2 shifts, right? 10 to 4.
they sleep in the doorway.
Yeah, 10 to 5 or 9 to 5. Like 9 to 4, and then like 4 to 2 in the morning or something like that. I can't really remember, to tell you the truth. But if you're the morning guy, you had to clear them out. So if there was a guy sleeping against the door, if there was a guy sleeping up only, you'd like wake them up. And every time they'd either get up and move, or they'd get up and try to fight you, or they'd get up and try to tackle you. And you don't want these guys touching you.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's the worst way to start your day at work. You're like, fuck, man, I just want to work, dude, and I've got to fight or like just be touched or grow, dude. And I'm like not a super germaphobe, but I definitely don't want that dirty griminess.
No, I don't want any of that on
creeps
me,
out,
too.
bro. I can't even breathe.
I don't want anybody. I don't want to take that back to my house at all. Like,
That's why I try to like help them, but then they don't want to have anything to do with you.
yeah. I mean, back then it turned into like, I think we got a hose finally, and then we got like a bucket finally, and it was just like,
Dude, I rolled up one day and there was 6 lawn chairs in a circle in this, and they were all nodding off, and they all had the needles in their arms, and they were like,
I'm thinking of a story of that shop on the strip.
yeah. I mean, we have a.
When you guys were on the strip, did you work with Opie at all?
I did work with Opie.
Were you there when he got beat up by the homeless guy?
I was there, and actually, I think he had given me a hard time the day before or something. So I just let
it happen.
Guy gave me a hard time, man. I was like, "Fuck that, man. That's you." But he was talking. If I recall right, he was like talking a lot of shit to him, and I was like, "Bro, these people have nothing."
He was
to
a little guy too.
They got nothing to lose,
Nothing to
right?
lose.
They got nothing
No
to lose.
joke.
We got things to
Yeah.
lose. They got nothing to lose, man. So you got to respect them at that point. But we fuck with them constantly, dude. I mean, we glue quarters to the ground. Like
I mean, that's harmless shit.
you
You
know, like
do that in front of the skate
dollar
shops,
bills.
man.
You glue them to the ground, and you just sit there and watch them try to get it up all day. And the one guy who got smart, he'd come by with the screwdriver and the hammer. He'd get them all.
There's always someone who gets in. Yeah, always.
Some of them are pretty.
Always.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, and we'd be sitting there, and it would happen. And we'd go, "All right, man, you deserve."
He did it.
Good
He
job.
did it. You got it up. It's yours.
Just stay messing with them all the time, especially in the mornings, because they've been awake for 5, 6, 7
Days.
days, whatever, dude. Like I don't know.
No joke.
But you're right. I'm older now. I wonder how I deal with that. I'm lucky where we put Hive, because I don't get that a lot. I get like once in a while the one that goes behind the.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. We're still close to the strip, so we just get all of that energy right off the strip. As I had to ask a dude to leave the other day, he just rolled in a wheelchair. He definitely could walk and everything. He just decided, I just want to live in this wheelchair, and I never want to bathe, and I never want to get out of it to use the restroom. And he just rolled right into the shop, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is happening?" And I look over, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, bud?" And he just had the longest story he wanted to tell me about how he owned a tattoo shop and all this. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man. You want a bottle of water?" I don't know why I just always offer him a bottle of water. But like, hey, and I'm like, started opening the door. I was like, "Oh, it's just so nice out here. Like, maybe you
should
could
come
come
on
on out
out."
here."
Yeah, get some fresh air, bro.
Yeah. We got some
That's crazy. You're
trainers, dude.
dealing with it like that.
Yeah, we have a female dwarf that rides a child's bike and does fentanyl all day long. She nods off on the
Oh,
ground.
Christine. She's good for.
You're like, oh, Phil knows her. Phil knows her.
Phil's ex is nuts.
Phil was pretty good at talking to all the homeless people.
The homeless loved me.
Yeah,
The
they love
homeless
you. You would like know their name.
I was their mayor.
Yeah.
Phil's out there with Jeff or whatever, Like,
Yeah.
like they all knew you for some reason.
The degenerates love me.
He's always up on smoking and
that.
fucking talking on the phone.
The degenerates love
I think that comes from you coming from New York, though.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah, they could smell it on you
Totally.
from a mile away. They're like, this guy.
He knows
he'll give
idiots.
me $1.
This guy clearly knows idiots.
Or at least tell me a story. Yeah.
I gave out a lot of cigarettes in that parking lot. No doubt. I gave out a
Yeah.
lot of cigarettes in that parking lot.
I remember it being like decent though. I mean, we had a few. Dude, remember that time the girls with the taxi, you had to lock them out? The crazy girls, the zombie girls. Was I there, or was that just you and Courtney that were there?
I feel like we were all there. Like,
No, I was there. Yeah.
Well, now you got to tell the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a real popular restaurant like right in our spot, and then right in front of our shop is an Arby's, and there was this big black SUV in the drive-through at Arby's, and apparently, I'm assuming they were persuasive men that had young ladies that had some sort of business arrangement with them or something. Yeah. All of a sudden the doors open, there's screaming going on. And we're just kind of like out front. I think the door was open because it was I remember it being like a beautiful night. I don't know why, but yeah.
You had
So-
the door open. That's right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I remember all of a sudden hearing all this commotion, the screaming out front. There's like two guys yelling at these girls, and they're all of a sudden dragging them like across the parking lot. And I was like, what the fuck is happening, dude? And all those people were in front of the restaurant, and they were all panicking, and we were all kind of in and out up front. And then I realized like, oh, like I feel like I started to go over there and say something. And then I realized it was like a definitely not good situation. And the girls were like overdosing on something. Yeah, but they were like
Faces were like
violent.
all red,
And
and
they
they
all
were blonde girls and stuff too.
Yeah. And I remember like foam or like snot or something, it reminded me of some Pulp Fiction shit. But then the dudes just jumped in the truck and then jumped the curb and bounced. And then these girls were just screaming and bloody murder, but it wasn't like they were like no one was hurting them. They were just freaking out. It was really weird.
Yeah. And then
So
you
I-
just pulled the door closed.
I just had to pull the door closed because they were trying to get in the shop, and it was like a real fucked up situation. And all these people, I don't know,
I think we
I
just
kinda
stayed in the
panicked, and
shop,
I was just used to like that's kind of always been my code is like, bro, just close the fucking
close the door and lock it.
Yeah,
So I tell them at the shop.
especially we
inside.
got girls up front and stuff. I'm like, just close the door and like be safe, dude. And like,
And Courtney came over and like shut the curtains. Like we are just like, nah,
Yeah,
go let
'cause we
them
were
deal
like-
with that.
it was one of the more emotional. I mean, we called the police and like we're getting an ambulance came in like 15 minutes or some shit. I remember that, but and they were like helping them out, but they weren't like they didn't want help, but they were just I don't know.
They were out of their minds.
Yeah,
Whatever was
I've never
going on.
I'd never seen like a human act like that before. It was definitely like on some really crazy drug shit. But like,
I remember that night for some reason. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it was just us three there or something. Okay, well, I changed my mind. Maybe the parking lot was just as wild.
There was one point when they found a dead body in a car in front of the Chinese place. Remember that?
I don't remember that, but we
I
had
remember
the
that.
shootout in the parking lot, and the dude died right in behind like
That's
right in
right.
front of our shop. Yeah,
That's right. And then there was like, was a dude chase the other dude with a screwdriver or something? Remember that guy?
Oh,
that crazy guy? It was you. Or,
Coming up Flamingo, he was drugged out of his mind. He was on pills, and he fucking just straight up tried to turn into our parking lot with two flat tires.
yes.
And then
That's right.
once the wheels hit the curb, they popped his car up and he ran up into the landscaping and hit the palm tree. And we were having some problems with some kids or somebody was like fucking with our windows. So I heard all this noise. So I just like pulled off my gloves, ran outside. Dude was like nodding off and then like, he was just fucked up. So he backs back out into the road and then I'm like right up by his window, and then he just starts trying to back up and then go, and he just pulls up into the parking lot, and it has 4 flats at this point in time. So then he gets out of the car, and I was like, "Yo, dude, like, what the fuck? You just hit my shop. Like, what is happening? You need to chill out." Like, and he just was like yelling at me and screaming, and then he just walks right past me like I didn't even exist. That's right. And then he went into the bar. And I don't know what happened. Like his car was like, doors were open and running. And he went into the shop. He went in there, and I was like, fuck this, dude. And I was like, I followed him in there. And I don't know why. I just kind of lost my cool. I mean, I guess because of all this, I lost my cool. I just ran up on him and I just pushed him super hard. And I grabbed his keys and I fucking just turned around, and he like fell. And then the bartender's freaking out. Like I was like a crazy person. His mom was a fucking bartender. Yeah, so
Jackson.
she's tripping on me because I just rolled in and fucking pushed him down. And then I come back out of the bar, and I'm walking back, and I just hear someone screaming and kind of like running behind me. dude straight running at me with a knife, and I was like, oh fuck, like, but he wasn't like running good. He was fucked up. So I just took the keys and I just threw them like in all of my like lack of sports glory, thought that I was going to be able to nail him in the face with the keys. And they just went like 7 feet over there. And, and I was all, damn it, dude. That was my time to shine. I was going to put this dude down. And now he's got a knife. And I'm like, I don't fucking know knife fighting yet. You know? So I just turned around and I was like, kept walking away from him. He was like that fucked up. He was like stumbling and shit. And then just walked in the shop and locked the door.
That's right.
Dude, and the cops came. The cops fucking rolled up and
arrested him.
I was like, dude has a knife. He's fucking crazy tripping. And they're pulling all these crazy amounts of drugs out of his car, dude. Yeah. And then the guy pulls out the knife and it's like a 4-inch blade or something. He goes, oh, is this the knife you were scared of? The cop? And I was like, fuck you, bro. Like what the fuck? It's a fucking knife. Like, how far is my fucking liver from my skin? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's less than 4 inches. And so then I just was like, you guys need anything else from me, you fucking dicks? And I just walked back in the shop. But
it was a total mixed bag in that parking lot because it wasn't uncommon to see a McLaren pulling up for the restaurant, you know. And then there was the bowling place for a while.
Yeah, we had the Lynx. It's 2 pimps and a fucking Maserati.
What was that dude's name? Do you remember that dude's name?
Yeah, he used to come in. We used to. He wanted us to draw money bags, and he would make them into big ass gold chains.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. He was cool.
He had
but
pink
was a
diamonds,
wild card,
pink
dude. He was
diamonds, and he always had like a Maserati or a Lamborghini.
He straight had a fucking minx in it or some sort of like rare tiger. Like it was like a large ass cat. Like
only in Vegas. That shit only happens in Vegas.
He was like an 8 foot tall black dude, man, like with these pink diamonds. Nicest dude ever,
nice.
but I was like, bro.
He was definitely somebody where you're like, I don't know what is gonna pop off right now. You know,
I remember he was tied in with another dude I knew, and that they had like a lion in their house at one point, like a lion cub. Like they were into like trading like savage cats and
fucking Joe Exotic over here.
Yeah. I'm like the head on the fucking cat was like this big, dude. I'm like, it's not a
bobcat or
not a house.
It was something
cat.
crazy.
Yeah.
I just remember looking in the car. He's like, "Yeah, don't stick your hand in there." I'm like, "I ain't sticking my hand in there, man."
I do remember that. We had a car coming up the fucking street one day, just start flipping, dude, flipping and flipping.
I remember that.
And it landed in front of the shop, and then
poor girl lost her hand. Remember?
Yeah,
her
dude,
fingers or
girl
whatever.
Jumped out of the car, had half a hand, and the 3 dudes that were in the car bounced, just ran on her ass, dude. Left her in there. The car caught on fucking fire, dude. My brother-in-law pulled her out, like right.
He put the fire out too.
Yeah.
The rest of us are standing there like, I don't know what to do, man. This is crazy.
Yeah. I pulled a lady out of a fucking Ford Ranger that wrecked into the shop like landscaping, and she straight had a cocktail in her hand and was screaming at the other guy because she was up in the hard right lane, fucking doing like 60 past everybody in the parking, and then the dude just pulls over. She hits him, bounces into the shop. She gets out with her cocktail. Fuck you! I was like, I couldn't get the door open. The fucking truck was on fire, and her cab was filling with smoke, so I had to run around and open up the other door. And then she's all bleeding from the fucking airbag and everything, and I pull her out.
There's the other dude that couldn't speak any English. Remember? Yeah. There's the other dude that couldn't speak English that like ran into the other car, and he's sitting there saying, I'm not drunk, but he can't even stand up. He's like falling off the curb, and we're all like, I don't know, man. It doesn't look good right now.
I remember having to almost fight one of my clients because he was an attorney, got off work, came in, I was working on his full back piece. He kept going to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, man, how many fucking bathroom breaks are we going to take? And then it was like, all of a sudden he was shit-housed, like hammered. He had a bottle of vodka he had stuffed behind the toilet in the bathroom and was taking pills. And he was so fucking drunk, I couldn't even keep him on the table. He was like, started to flop off. I was like, bud, we got to like call it a night. Fuck you. He just started getting all, and he's my boy, like, but he was not in it, like, at this point in time. So whatever. So he ends up like going out to the lobby. The lobby's full of tattoo, like all of our other customers. He goes face down on the fucking couch and farts so loud, dude. So fucking loud. And all the other clients get up and like move over to the other side of the lobby. And then me and my dad are trying to get him up. And then all of a sudden he just fucking darts like to his truck, and he gets in his truck and he can't fucking, he's got it started, but he can't get his foot like onto the gas pedal and everything. We ended up having to take the keys out, threw him, call his wife, fucking he could have come pick him up. so much crazy.
Uber is
shit,
like the
dude.
greatest thing that's ever happened in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, true
I
story.
stay, I stay taking Ubers if I drink anymore, man. It's got too much. Like we talked about earlier, some of these people got nothing to lose, man. But
Yeah.
not me, man. I love taking an Uber
Yeah.
most of the time. Most of
Well, fucking, we went off on some tangents tonight.
I got a question. What was
Yeah.
your first setup? What were your first machines?
my first machines were National machines.
Nationals. Which Nationals machines?
Or I think they were the swing gates, like
Okay.
they were just
So that-
chrome.
Yeah. That's one I ground the
Can I pull this
chrome
off
off. I
right
tried
now?
to make.
Really?
Yeah. I tried to make it look vintage later on.
Get it off, but
Oh yeah, it's on a shitty little. hook.
yeah, that's it, dude. Yeah. It had like the blue coils, the old school like reflective.
Right.
Yeah, with that little circle.
And what was your power
foil-y
unit?
shit.
Was your
Yeah,
power
yeah.
It was a
unit
National,
Nationals
the
as
big black brick.
Oh wow, with the two displays.
The two displays on
Right
it.
on.
Yeah, I bought it from some other kid that was trying to learn how to tattoo, and he gave up. And so I bought it off of him from one of the other guys' apprentice, and he sold me everything. I think cheap. I wish I had that stuff still. There's a lot of things I got rid of that I wish I would have had that.
Really? Yeah.
So I had the two Nationals for a long time, and then my first real set I bought with my own money were Danny Fowler time machines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got those
Because they had sets, right? So I bought
box.
the Invader set,
Yeah.
and then I used those forever. And then it was just about buying random machines that people came through with, whatever. Just tried it. I always just tried everything because I felt like everybody I learned how to tattoo knew a lot, but they didn't know a lot down that alley.
Mm.
Not a lot of people knew a lot about machines.
Right.
Stuff.
Right. There were very few bespoke builders out there. At that. These days, they're a dime a dozen. These days, it's a dime a dozen. But yeah, you definitely relied on the bigger suppliers, Big Joe's, Nationals, Spalding. Cam got huge.
Big when I was really young. Oh, really?
Are they?
Wow. It's crazy. Fatty lives in Hemet, right? So it's always I always tripped out that like all those boxes would come from Hemet all the time. You know?
Oh, I never even knew that's where they were. I always thought Cam was Northern California.
Oh, it was Hemet, California,
Huh,
out in the
I never
desert.
knew that.
Yeah. So I used to use those really terrible disposable tubes, like where like everything would get so hot that
You'd watch it go,
like your grip would just go. But I was so like I didn't want to scrub tubes anymore. I'd scrubbed tubes for too long, and I was just like totally against it. And then I used those forever, and then I used the Neotats for a long time, and then I just use pen machine now. Yeah, I just use this guy's cartridges too, since you're gonna go all the way to China and see him.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. I just got back. Yeah. It's wild, dude. It was really, I got to see our product get made from start to finish.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No
I got to meet
shit.
everybody that has their hands on it. I got to like,
It's your first time there.
yeah, that was my first time. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to go.
You
like,
the
in
only
November.
supplier that he's supplying with tattoo stuff? Or
No, he has international clients.
Okay.
Like all over the world. But like now we're building like all of our own specific stuff. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. I get like so hyped for everybody that does cool shit all the time. Never one of those guys that trips out when people are like, "Oh, it must be nice." I'm always like, "Wow, that dude is so awesome!" Like,
Dude, I'm still kind of in shock. I'm like, dang, this is like it was so wild to like all the time and energy that we put into this company, and then to be able to go right to where it fucking starts and like get.
and
to-
he's making everything in house. He's doing the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah, it's
everything.
It's pretty wild, dude. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like really cool. I got to like literally like as soon as the cartridge shell pops out of the the molds, like, and then you go over, and then we put the needles in and line up the membrane, and then attach it to the piston, and then snap them together, and then put them in the little blister packs, and then put our paper on them, and then compress them.
I've always wondered what the sterilization process is on that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's all EO gas sterilized, so it's a giant fucking bin. They roll everything in there, and it's compressed gas. and
How big of a is it a room or is it an actual?
it's pretty fucking big. Yeah, it's like a.
I've
size
always
of a-
wondred how they do that sterilization
Yeah.
on that stuff.
Yeah.
hopefully, you got some
Pretty cool.
pictures that you could show me sometime.
Yeah. I got
That's-
like
'cause that's
I was
so
worried
awesome.
I wasn't allowed to take pictures in a manufacturing facility. I don't know. I didn't really know, but it was cool. Yeah, totally. He was like, yeah, whatever you want. I was like, awesome. But I was still shy. I'm like fucking. I don't know. I'm like, it was cool. Oh, this is kind of fun too. So yeah, so we're like working on all of our product, and he was like showing me the samples that we had put together and stuff, and so I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't bring any pen, like a machine or anything, and he just pulls out this random like fucking machine that he has, and some fake skin, and then we just start plugging in the cartridges, and I was like, just a heads up, like I'm at a fucking ball, like a boardroom table, like in front of people, and and put out the ink and everything. I was like, I never tattooed like fake skin before, and then I felt weird not having gloves on and shit, and I go to dip in and I just run my first line, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, these feel good. This is like exactly what I was wanting. And then I go back to dip again, and I hit the edge of the cup and fucking blast black ink all over the place.
Of
And I
course.
was all,
You're like, pro move.
just like,
Man.
it was funny. I felt like I was just laughing to myself. I'm like, I'm so fucking goofy, dude. Like, what? His dad, yeah, his dad, and then his dad and his buddy bought these two big parcels, like a good I want to say like probably in the 90s. I didn't really get like exact dates because I was just kind of judging by the way the buildings looked and the way they were built. And then they split, and then they built these big warehouses, big long ass warehouses. So then our factory is on one side, and then the uncle's factory, he called him uncle, is on the other. And they didn't do anything to do with tattooing there, but we build all of our cartridges and everything there, and then the mold shop's right behind there. So like as soon as we design something, we can go to the mold shop, get the molds built, and then just pull them right there. So I got to tour that and everything, and like, yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. Dude, yeah, everything that we like here, and I'm like, it's not like that over there. It's fucking awesome. It's very clean, incredibly safe. Like especially in our factory, like it's fucking legit. I was like, oh shit, I was honestly like,
thinking.
as an American guy, like what we've told about factories, like I was like worried.
Right.
Everything
You were
was
expecting to see
fucking
10-year-olds.
so organized. Yes, I was like scared, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if I'm gonna see something that I don't fucking like, and then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? And so it was great.
Just does tattoo stuff, or does he do other stuff as well?
Just only our cartridges. Yeah. So I got to see like all these new machines that we invested in, and that are all specifically because of like our volume and everything. We were able to like level up, and like it's pretty dope, dude. So now we're just working on every little detail of like all of the. I don't know, I nerd out on that shit, So like not only on the cartridges or whatever, but I want like the packaging to be like this, and I want it to be like this, and I want it to feel like this, and I want the experience to be something for a tattooer to open and feel like proud and fulfilled by. So
We're talking about, man.
it's cool.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Be proud of it,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
make cool shit, people will gravitate towards it. For sure.
I think so. It's like and when
We were just
donuts,
talking about the
like
donut thing
things.
before.
Yeah. I still have that donut shop in my backyard, by the way. Yeah, it's gonna pop off. I'm gonna put my kids to work on that shit. I want them to like learn. Fuck yeah, dude. I just want to teach them how to make cash and how to talk to people and how to build like a brand and an experience for people, and get them to the point to where they can, make some extra cash, and then get them to save up and invest in their own shit, So we
Like I
already have,
said,
separate
oldest one
businesses.
she likes money, man. She's trying to work. Now she's
Yeah.
such a G. She'd be like paying her younger sister to make her a sandwich or make her a bagel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just happened yesterday. Like she got paid to make a bagel. The other one's like, she's a dumb.
Mine are battling at the counter and breakfast right now too over that. Like, oh well, I'll pay you to do this, and I'll do this, And you're like, okay, girl, you're 4, and you're out here trying. I'll pay you $100, Grayson. And I was like, okay, like, well, we need to teach you about money now, First of all, you don't got $100, but your brother does. I seen him stacking, dude. He's like over there stacking, dude. He fucking puts it away. It's fun.
You and Courtney's personalities were so different.
Yeah. My sister is real different from me. Yeah. Well, I'm my son, and my wife is my daughter. Yeah, it's crazy. And she even looks like one looks Filipino and one looks white.
Dude, we need a whole other 2 hours to talk about Courtney, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yo, Joe, that's a great interview.
I know. Well, we wanted to bring you
Bro,
Yeah.
she has to come in. If you get us all here, she has to be there.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
The laughs that would be had at that would just be absolutely insane, man. There was a lot of good times back then, man. So many we
never
can't
a
even
dull
remember.
moment.
We just brought up a few. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably hundreds of
It
more.
was every day there was crazy shit going
All the
on.
time.
Every day.
And then we went out a lot,
Family,
too.
Yeah, and my family, like I partnered up with my mom and my dad in 2003, and then my sister came on board like 2006 or 7, and then
Yep, 08,
Yeah,
summer of
yeah.
08.
and then she had some kids like a year later, but she was there for like 5 or 6 years or something. It's weird. It's like a blur. Like in February we'll be open for 23 years. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where we lie, like in like as far as shops being older or not in Las Vegas. Like I got to look that up sometime. But 23 years
Yeah, I
old
don't
is
think
like
there's many that
as
are
far
older
as
than
especially
that.
consistent with same owner. Same owner,
Right.
same name.
Yeah, there's only a handful of shops that got more time than that.
Yeah, which doesn't work. That just means they're closing as soon as their lease is up.
You
Unfortunately,
know, if somebody says they're selling their shop, they're gonna
yeah,
get a little bit of money from somebody else that doesn't know what they're doing, and then
yeah, and nobody has that money right now. Yeah, no tattooers have that money right now. So, and if they do, they want to do their own thing.
we've been through this before 100 times with tattooing though. I mean,
Yeah.
if you've been doing it long enough, you've been
I kind of like I don't know if you like I kind of like compare it to when I was young, like and watching documentaries about skateboarding, like watching skateboarding go through its peaks and its valleys. Like I think we're definitely going through an interesting valley.
This is
right now.
definitely the longest recession we've ever seen in tattooing. This is
Yeah.
definitely the longest one.
I think it's
But
great.
I don't
though.
know
Like,
if it's
I
so
don't
much
like
just
not-
I mean, there's so many things against us right now. I mean, when you take it into consideration, like it's not just the recession that we're dealing with. We're dealing with more tattooers than we've ever dealt with in the history of tattooing. We're dealing with a smaller minimum than we've ever dealt with in the history of tattooing. Whereas 10 years ago, the average size tattoo was a palm size with color. These days, it's an outline that's big. It's minimum priced. And now starting to see so many tattooers dropping their minimums. And it's like, how do you keep up with that?
yeah
experience.
experience.
You got to give them experience. You got to
Yeah.
give them like something to talk about when they leave that's different from what other shops are doing. I was looking at like our profit and loss statements today, and our costs are up higher than ever.
Right.
Especially even compared to last year, they're up higher. But the volume and the amount of people that are coming in through the door is substantially less.
Yeah.
Tattoos that they're getting are so much smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I talked to like a lot of other tattooers that have been in the industry for a long time, and they're going through the exact same thing. Like people that you see and you may still see as legends, not discrediting them. They're just struggling too. Like
That's the other thing with this recession is I feel in the past we went through geographic recessions where we'd be hurting here in the United States, but I'd talk to tattooers in Europe and they're like, oh no, we haven't felt, and now this is the first time where no matter where you are in the tattoo industry, you're definitely feeling a bite. I think this is the first worldwide tattoo recession that we've gone through.
Yeah.
like literally.
Yeah, the old doc's wife's from Poland.
Oh, okay.
They're doing great.
Okay, that's really ironic because I met these tattooers in New York when I did on John's podcast, Honest Tattooer out there, and I've been in contact with them, and they're now like starting tattoo supply companies. They want to start carrying our stuff. And I'm like, so you're doing okay out there? And then when I was in China, they were like, Poland's doing good, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that's interesting.
Tattooers that have been tattooing over 20 years are fine.
Kind of, but I don't know. It depends on their mentality. I think
because you got to remember, like you take into consideration the fact that every year has been a downgrade for me coming from the 90s. I mean, there was times where on an average day, I'd do no less than a dozen tattoos. Come into the 2000s, now you're talking about 3 or 4, maybe 5 tattoos a day. Now, at this stage in the game where it's like, if you're lucky, you're doing 2 tattoos, I feel like it's hurt the older generations more, the generations that were padded by all of this. Now, again, back to the volume of tattooers. That's another thing. When I came up, there were 24 tattooers in New York City. Now there's 24 tattooers on every block in New York City. So I feel like the older generation of tattooers are definitely getting hurt more than than the generations after that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, I mean, I stay pretty consistent because I have a group of people that I tattoo like on a rotating basis.
Right.
And I don't know how many of them are off the top of my head, but I see the same people. It's like pretty rare that I tattoo somebody I don't know.
And you kind of focus on smaller tattoos too. Like you're not trying to fuck with like back pieces and full piece. So you're still kind of like at an affordable, approachable kind of like.
I have a new back piece and I have a new sleeve, which is different for me too. But I try to keep my tattoos like CD size or smaller. You know, I like to have that visit and that interaction and have a good one, man. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you for hours out. I don't want to leave.
Run out of shit to talk about. You got 3 hours and then it's like, all right, I'm out.
Age thing, you know, like leaning over somebody, your back hurts, dude, or like, you know, I had a lot of problems with my feet ever since I ran those marathons, man. I got a lot of back.
Are you not running any longer?
I can't, man. I literally can't walk farther than like a couple of miles right now.
Really?
Yeah, I got this numbness in my legs. It might be a spine thing. Older, weird things are happening.
Gotta get back into that yoga.
I would love to go to yoga, man.
Yeah, you got to, dude. It's like the only thing that I can think that's helped me.
Are you still going weekly?
Yeah, I'm like doing like 3 to. I try to do 4 days a week, but I can usually get 2 to 4.
I'm like your neighbor. I should just go wherever you're at, dude. I don't live far from you at all.
It was fucking packed today. I did hot yoga class this morning, and it was like there was toe to toe, dude. Like I go at 9:30 in the morning.
9:30 is a great time.
Drop the kids off, go straight there.
That's a great time to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link up with you, man. I really need to get.
But it helps my feet, it helps my neck, my back, like all those, you know. Not even just tattooing. Like my whole entire life, I've been hunched over a drawing table. So it's like there's like a lot of years before that. Yeah, that
Teenager just hunched over a drawing table.
Yeah, hella lonely. Like never had a girlfriend. Like I just drew in my room alone on a Friday night.
But now there was like a solid decade where you were doing all the marathons and everything, right?
I did it for 2017 to just a couple of years ago, right? 2017, yeah, to just a few years ago. I did 10 full marathons.
See.
Not hardly anybody.
And you did all the major marathons too.
3 New York cities in a row. 3 years in a row. I did New York City. I did Chicago. I did Phoenix. I did Honolulu. I did 2 in Vegas. I have to ask Nick the other ones, but I did 8 with Nick, I think. I did 8 or 9 with Nick. So me and Nick got to run New York City together, and it was probably like the best time we ever had. Yeah. So my fastest one took me just under 4 hours. It was like 3 hours, 45 minutes
For full 26.
For full 26 miles.
Wow, that's fast.
And my slowest one was 7 miles. So that was the second one I did. So New York City was 3:55. Honolulu was 3 hours, 45 minutes. I was clocking like a 6 minute, 6:30 mile or something.
Wow.
Like that. I was hauling, and I was never an athlete my whole life. Ever. That was the first time I did anything athletic in my life. And
you were good at it.
I was good at it, and I'm paying for it now. I definitely think.
Is Nick still running?
He runs. He goes to the gym. Nick's great at going to the gym. He's there like 5 days, 6 days a week.
Nick's interview was great, dude. Talking about the ultra marathons and all the weird shit, you know, running into the bushes and shitting, and then finishing a marathon with one sock on. I was like, he had some jokes. I was like, God damn.
Me and Nick have been a few marathons. When he's got to go, you know. So, like, dude, you better go then, man. I'll wait for you right here. You know. Yeah, we had some great. I mean, me and Nick have been out there. You know, you're hanging out and talking for like 5 hours. You know, while you're running. A couple times it's raining on us for like an hour straight. You know, or you hang out a lot, and then you get to like mile 18. You're like, damn, dude, I got 8 more miles to go before this thing's over.
Ran from the cops once, and that's the only time I ran.
The worst block.
Yeah. I was hiding under a bridge for a minute. I got caught red-handed spray painting on these walls, and I just fucking dipped, and I ended up on the other side of the city. Like I was fucking hiding.
Yeah, we all got a few of those stories. I mean, yeah, it's coming home smelling like spray paint and all that.
Those.
Yeah,
the only time I've ever done any.
Well, that's another thing. You were big into graffiti before you got into tattooing.
Loved graffiti. I loved graffiti.
Your whole style was full on new school.
It was full new school graffiti style when I first started. It's all I was interested in. I had all like graffiti magazines, and I was into it, man. I still like it. I see it out there, you know, on the streets, and I always go, "Good job, guys. Good job." You know, I didn't do it or anything, but I still love seeing it.
Was your tag, I guess.
Swarm,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you have a tag before Swarm?
I don't think so. I think it was like I wanted to do evil or something like that, but there was another dude in the city that had the same name.
Yeah, where did the swarm thing come from? And the whole obsession with bees and the hive tattoo shop and everything, you know?
That's a fun story. The swarm thing actually came from the graffiti thing. So I was doing the swarm thing. Everybody started calling me Swarm. And then my dad actually started calling me Swarm.
Oh, really?
Just from everybody calling me Swarm. It's the best, dude.
Yeah.
I got hit with a good one, dude. Yeah. So he started calling me Swarm, and I was like, I don't know, 19 or 20, and then it just stuck. And I was just like, well, if my dad can call me Swarm, and you can call me Swarm, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
everybody calls me Swarm. I don't even think I have an obsession with bees or anything. It just
No, you just did the honeycomb, started going with it. And
yeah, it was like when I was about to open the shop, Jen's like, you know, you have to call it Hive. There's no other thing you can call it. It's like Swarm's Hive Tattoo. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I have to do that. So, and then people started like giving me all this honeycomb and hive stuff.
Yeah.
So like I have all this stuff in the hive now. It's got all this
Yeah, your whole throat's hived. I was literally.
tattoo like
A long time ago,
I was
right?
like, 19 years old when
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
that
yeah.
put on me,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And way back, Bad Apple, you were there too, right? Or during
Yeah,
that time?
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. All stemmed from graffiti because I always liked to draw when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just loved drawing, and then it was like, now you got this book that's black book, and you just
Yeah.
could fill it up with all these colored markers. And even when I was just doing piercing, like when we talked about I was down on Fremont, I was always doing tags in this book, always.
Yeah.
Then I found spray paint to be like way too expensive, dude. So
Oh,
yeah.
I learned how to steal it, and then I was like, I can't be doing
Also,
this.
I didn't want to get in trouble, dude. Like I saw
Yeah.
a few people get in trouble, and they had to go back and pay all that money, and I was like, I don't think.
Oh
that's
yeah,
worth it.
Oscar Goodman was hardcore
He did
against
not
it.
like it.
Hardcore.
I forget.
We had Chance on here too, and he was telling a story about his house getting fucking raided. Yeah, and pulled
For,
out.
for graffiti stuff, for
Mhm.
spray paint.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They pulled his ass out of bed, fucking like boom, just in the middle of the night.
Yeah, my first house had graffiti all along all the walls in the
Joke with
backyard.
graffiti.
I bought my first house when I was like 22 or something like that. And like there would be cops that would like stop in the front of my house and like slow down, or like they'd like take pictures, or they'd pull up in my driveway and be like, hey, who did that in the back? I'd be like, I don't know. I didn't know. You know? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I used to have
I
some
had some
rage
good
in house
parties, dude.
too.
Yeah. I wish I could remember all those. I wish I had pictures from all those, you know? Thousand good times, man.
Yeah.
Thousand good times. Yeah, those parties were great, dude. Yeah. I think you came to one.
Yeah.
I think maybe. I don't know. You had some good parties, dude. You had great parties.
I mean, we partied. We definitely partied. Yeah. I flipped a Corolla over in my backyard and it lit on fire. Like, and I wasn't driving it.
Oh man.
Yeah, we had some good ones. It is what it is.
I see Sean once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells me about some of that. I
Yeah.
actually saw the Frost Brothers pretty recently.
We used to do
You know
it.
who's been coming around getting tattooed is Weston.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
came
he's
by.
been coming around getting a few
Yeah.
tattoos here and there. So
Oh, good.
he's always got some cool,
Yeah, he
cool
brought his son
stories.
by not too long ago and did
Oh, that's
something.
right. Yeah. I like all those people too. It's all
Yeah.
good people, man.
A lot of old schoolers.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
have your kids picked up art? Are your kids artistically savvy?
Oh, we should ask her over there. She's sitting over there. She's actually recently picked up the guitar.
God,
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
she
good.
likes. Yeah, but Mimi is quite the artist. She's like
Yeah.
in ceramics, and she made me a tiki mug for my birthday.
Oh,
That's
cool.
super cool.
Yeah.
So not so much. She likes to draw. I've taught her how to use the iPad, but they're definitely crafty. I'll say. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely.
they'll find their creative outlet.
Yeah.
whenever
So
they-
far, those two are so far. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the little one's gonna do yet. Besides raise hell, dude. She's an absolute animal, dude. She's absolutely crazy. My tiny one, dude. She's like a pure. She's a two. She's like a pure anarchist, man. Like she's just absolutely nuts, dude. No, not a fear in the world, dude.
Yeah.
Not a fear in the world. Doesn't want to learn how to talk. Just wants to throw shit at you. Like I really got what I deserved finally. I think you know. I really did.
3 girls.
3, and then Jen has a girl, so it's 4. 4 girls, all girls. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, all they do is clown on me now, you know? Like it's like a whole clown on dad thing when you're in the kitchen or the living room.
You get them at the shop ever? Like helping?
Yeah. And Mimi's gotten really into piercing, so she's
Yeah.
getting her ears all pierced up. She got her belly pierced.
okay.
She's
Yeah.
wants
Yeah,
she's got her nose pierced. This one's starting to get curious. She's like, all right, I want some more ear piercings now. So it's kind of cool because I was into it when I was young. Me and their uncle were really into piercings when we were young. Always into piercing for some reason.
Yeah, I never was.
Yeah.
I got my ear pierced in 4th grade, and then I got a big gas keloid that grew out the back of my ear and was super embarrassed. Had to get that thing sawed off, and then I just never went back to piercing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't for everybody. I think I got my tongue pierced when I was like 17 or 16.
And I remember my dad coming home and like having his eyebrow pierced or some shit.
I can't
you know?
imagine your dad with an eyebrow piercing.
Oh my god, I was like in junior high or some shit, and he came home with his eyebrow piercing, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So it was, when sometimes when your parents are doing things, you're just like, "No,
Yep,
I'm
not for me."
into it." Yeah,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, that's wild, man.
yeah. It was. I don't know.
How are your parents? Well, how's your mom?
Yeah, good. We just, just great. They're, just doing it. Yeah, no, yeah. We keep them. Keep the kids busy too. So they're like always with us, or they'll be over here like on a Saturday, like writing cards to people, and like I get them to draw dinosaurs on the cards, and we put them in every order and stuff. Yeah, we keep them busy. It's good. So, shit, I don't know, man. I think we should. I don't know.
We covered some bases, man.
Yeah,
So
we went off on. Some
There's always the
tangents, dude.
reunion episode.
Yeah,
There's always
exactly.
the reunion episode.
a dick, man, but
No,
it's just like
I think
it's
we got some
crude.
good ones.
Crude. I find myself crude as I get older, just because like
No, I never really.
it was wild. My whole upbringing was so wild, man. And it's just
Yeah.
like you can't really cut it down. You can't baby it. It's good times, wild times, and I think tattooing. My outlook on tattooing right now is really different from a lot of people I talk to. Man, it's still good. It's still great. I know it's slow for a lot of people, but for me, it's pretty good. And some of the people that work for me, it's great for them. They do different styles and have their own group of people that they tattoo. And then I think once you make that tribe of people, I mean, they just stay getting tattooed from you. Their family members get tattooed from you, and I think that's important for young tattooers to learn. Is to
Are you tattooing their kids? Is it a generation?
Oh yeah. I'm starting to tattoo their kids. I think I'm not far away from tattooing their kids' kids. I'm only like
What?
7 or 8 years or something like that. Yeah, I'm almost there. It's like I know there's one of my clients. It's like getting close where it's like scary.
I am getting the random like, oh come on, I know you're not tattooing a whole lot lately, but like, my so and so wants this, It's like,
You got to do it, man.
I know.
You got to do it. It's like a what is
I've been
it?
missing it lately. I haven't.
It's like a
been
legacy
doing a whole
thing
lot
for a lot
lately.
of people,
Yeah.
especially if you've known them for a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's not about you. It's about them and their stories and and how grateful are you to have these people that want to be there. Yeah,
Every single person that sits down, man, I'm
yeah,
grateful that you took the time out of your day and you sat with me and we did tattoo and we had fun.
yeah,
And that's as far as a tattoo goes for me. It's a lot of fun.
yeah.
It's fun. We're not saving people's lives, but still making people look cool.
Wow.
Kinda, yeah.
Actually,
sometimes, depending on the
there are those
situation, dude.
people whose lives we have saved.
Yeah. Yeah,
We all remember those first tattoos. You couldn't walk past the mirror. All of a sudden, you've just felt like an amazing human being. It has that. That's the magic
Yeah.
of this tattoo shit. Is it can bring you from down here to all the way up here in a 15-minute tattoo.
You still see it, man. You
We've
still see it when somebody looks in the
absolutely
mirror
saved lives.
and they're just like so stoked and you're
Yeah.
just like, yes, man.
yeah. I know it helped us out. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's like
And
it
and I
made me-
feel like
yeah.
we get
Yeah,
just
yeah,
as
yeah.
much out of that when you see that customer smiling in the mirror, thrilled. It does something for you. It gives you that what's the word I'm looking for?
Just confidence and stoke. You're just like pumped on it, dude. You're like, dude, this is cool as fuck, and this makes me feel cool. And and I still like I've been getting a lot. Nowadays I just get a bunch of smaller tattoos, but I'm trying to fill my kneecaps and stuff right now, and and unfortunately I still have to get my back done because I saved it my whole life.
I did Nick's back. I don't know
You
if
can't
saw
see it.
Nick's.
I
You can't see. Just do
know.
the shoulders. That's what
Yeah.
you can see. That's all.
Put a quarter of the top
That's
of a
it.
rose right
That's
here.
it.
Looks funny in that yoga mirror,
So
huh?
funny. Yeah. I just keep my shirt on. Nobody
I got a
needs-
few more I need to get, I'm sure. And then, like she was saying earlier, the kids want to do like little tattoos on me, so I
Yeah.
gotta do that at some point.
Yeah, my wife tattooed me the other day, like right on my fucking hand. Which
Trip out. I see hand tattoos on this guy.
no, I know, because dude, all my whole career, I didn't do nothing above the collar or below the wrist. Yeah, Not that I went huge or I mean, but now I'm like, oh well, I kind of want this and I kind of want that, you know.
When your dad was so mad at me when I got my head tattooed, dude.
Yeah.
He did not like that. Dude.
I remember
I thought
that.
I scared away the first customer that came in. And I was just like, I don't know. Austin said it was fine, man. I don't know.
I had to talk him out of getting fucking bacon and eggs tattooed on his head. Can you
Brilliant.
imagine if it, like there's so many times I had to talk him out of doing something.
You know, but it's
I'm like,
wild how far that has gone because, like, at the Nationals conventions in the 90s, they wouldn't let you in if you had facial tattoos. And these days, it's like, what tattooer doesn't have facial tattoos? It's
Yeah.
so rare to run into a young tattooer that doesn't have shit all over their face.
I mean, my barista has more facial tattoos than,
No joke.
than most
Ah.
tattooers I know. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, I don't even notice it anymore. Like, unless you have like a full fledged like dagger down your nose, I don't
Yeah.
even notice it.
I don't think for the longest time that I've seen tattoos on tattooed people. I know that sounds weird, but it's like I get to know people and I don't even see your tattoos.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I know you have
It
them.
has to be pretty outstanding.
Can you tell me
tattoo
what?
to
Can
get
you tell
to
me
be
what
like,
so and so has on their arm?
So now I've always wondered that about our kids. Do our kids just not see tattoos because they're so used to seeing tattoos?
My family, they don't know. My wife too. She'll say it. She'll like, I don't know what tattoos you have. I don't even think I've ever
Right.
hardly looked at all of them.
Right.
You know, once in a while she'll look at me like, is that what I think that is?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that's what it.
That'll happen a lot in my house too, where I'm like, well, I got that tattooed. And she's like, where? And it's like, right there. And it's like, oh, is that what that is?
She can ask me like every tattoo I have. I can tell you who did it. I can tell you who did.
And the conversations you had during it, how much you paid for it. You can tell everything. Everything.
I remember where I was living at that time, or who was with me, or who was sitting with me.
Now back
is
to
funny 'cause
that's
I don't
what
remember shit.
weirds me out when I say to somebody who did your tattoo and they're like, some guy. And then you ask, well, what shop was it? And they're like, it was over in this part of town. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like you're missing all the fun.
Right.
or even us remembering our clients. Like, there's a lot of times where I don't remember a name, or maybe sometimes don't a face because I
And then you see the tattoo.
You see the tattoo, and then you're instantly like, you're a barber. You
Yep,
worked
yep.
here,
How's your
you're
mom?
yeah, your mom did
Oh,
this.
yeah.
You know, and I fucking remember it all because it is because I spent that time at,
100%.
like, having a-
I have a bad habit of not looking people in their face to begin with. But when
Yeah.
I'm like this the whole time,
Yeah, yeah,
you
then you're
know,
just listening
they know
and-
everything about me. They know
Yeah.
where every weird hair is on my face because they're staring right at me. But I'm just looking at the tattoo for 3 hours. But yeah, that happens a lot where I'll
Yeah,
run into people and
yeah.
they're like, "How you doing?" And it's like, "Great." And they'll be like, "You don't remember me?" And it's like, "Oh, I remember you."
Or
now."
like, how's that job at? You know, you
Yeah.
you just remember that one little thing.
Yeah,
'cause
and
you,
then it
you
opens
told
up
me
a
that, or
memory.
like, how are your 10 kids? Or
Have you ever had anybody tell you about how they got tattooed by this guy named Swarm somewhere?
I
I've had that happen to me multiple
happen a
times
few
out at a
times.
bar or whatever.
think so. I've had people do that for the shop so far.
Yeah.
Like I'll ask them like, oh, where'd you get those tattoos? And they're like, oh, this place called Hive. I'm like, oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah, that's good. I like that,
They're like, you heard of it? I'm like, yeah, I kind of own it. It's cool, but that's
Yeah.
awesome. You get tattooed there.
Yeah, it's funny because I generally don't even bring it up. I'm just like, oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, that's a good place, dude. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really leave the house without a piece of article of clothing on promoting
Yeah,
whatever
that's
I'm
smart.
doing
That's smart.
nowadays. But
I know. I should have wore something today. I feel very
yeah.
Hive naked today, man.
So shit, that's where we find you. Give us.
I'll be there.
Yeah, Hive Tattoo.
Hive Tattoo,
Las
Dar
Vegas, Nevada.
Swarm, at Dar Swarm.
You got
Pop Culture Tats. We got 8 tattooers there. And my body piercer I was talking about earlier, she's phenomenal. If you want to get your,
You have 8 tattooers now.
Mm.
Good lord.
we have
I don't
8,
know why I
dude.
didn't know that. Yeah.
8.
that
Actually, I
what
have
I
people there from like 12 to 7 now every day. It's
Okay.
actually on schedules. People are there, which is totally opposite of how I was started and what I wanted to do. But like we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier, things evolve and you have to do things to keep it going, you know?
yeah.
But now you recently expanded too.
I expanded. It's been 2 years now that I expanded because I wanted to have body piercing because so many people called me and that was a skill I possessed that I could teach somebody
Yeah.
to do. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, I can do this. I can. So yeah, I had to go through the city and cut holes in the walls, and pull permits. I did the whole 9, which is a huge pain if you ever have to do that. You probably know a little bit about
Yeah.
that, but so I just wanted to have body piercing. So I had room to do body piercing over there and then have 2 more tattooers. And now it's turned into just 1 tattooer. And I think eventually it might just turn into just body piercing on that side. Like if you come into the shop, there's a comfortable place to sit and wait to get body pierced to,
maybe
to
some
actually
more, like
give-
product on display and stuff
yeah,
like that.
just like
More
have
retail
respect
stuff.
towards that. And
Yeah.
like those clients are there for totally different situation. They don't need to be sitting in the middle of the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
You know, so I got like 7 on one side and 1 on the other. There's usually like 2 or 3 people there at a time, but I'm really proud of the group of people that I've put together so far.
Well, you're a good dude. You've always surrounded yourself by great people, you know?
Yeah, I got a pretty big group still.
Yeah.
Still see all those guys
I know.
weekly.
Yeah. I've always admired that. Yeah.
I have a huge group, you know. I'm going to do the anniversary party again this year on the first Saturday of May. That's the 5-year anniversary party. And I think I'm going to not have a party for a while. I think I'm going to wait till like year 8 and then maybe like year 10 or something, because it's it takes a lot out of me to throw those to.
Fuck yeah.
So, this guy does 3 a week.
We're doing them like once a month right now. It's so crazy.
The pizza thing once a month, man. Are you
different
nuts,
events.
bro?
Yeah,
Like, I like it. I can appreciate it.
We have a good team right now, though. Like everybody's like fucking working their asses off all the time. Like
That's what you need.
yeah.
Because for every like person you had there that was kind of sucked or was a jerk or whatever, there's somebody else that wants to come in and make it great.
Dude, I just got a new great person this week. She starts on Friday.
Yeah, just find the right
Yeah.
people that like love your place and love what you do and the way you run it, and things will they work out, you know. But like I said, I think I'm gonna do this party the 5-year, take a little break because since Nick's hitting the road, I mean, Nick helps me with most of that stuff. I mean, we put that wall up every.
Yeah.
We put like a semi-permanent wall up for art every year. We have a huge art show. I think I sent out like 30 art invitations to be part of the show last year, and I got like 4 pieces of art or something like that.
It's hard, bro.
So
It's so hard.
I literally have to like call people every week and be like, "Hey, man, you said you were going to do this art show. Can you please do the art
You
show?"
got to guilt the fuck out of them. Artists need to be guilted and whipped.
Yeah.
Like tased.
Speaking of guilt tripping, I heard Mike didn't do the record show.
Did not, and it was you know, I'll give him a pass this year because I didn't reach out to him personally, but yeah, it's just I'll guilt him next year.
This was great.
Yeah,
It was great catching up. Thanks
for coming, dude.
Thanks for having me on,
I
man.
love you with all of my heart, dude.
Love you, Phil.
Love you, homie.
Running into this guy, man. This guy's the best.
Oh, we didn't even talk about it. I ran into you at the baseball game and we're sitting right fucking next to each other. What are the odds?
I know, that's really
right
wild.
next to each other.
Like same row, and I was like, "This is awesome." And then like,
Yeah,
it was right after my wife left, and I just drank that night, bro. Like probably when I say goodbye to you, I don't even really remember, dude. So
It was a good game. We lost, but it was a good game.
great. I love sporting events, dude. I always have. I think I go to like 18 nights games a year, and
yeah.
I-
You are a sportsman. I don't.
Yeah, no
I
joke.
never knew a damn
No
thing about
joke.
sports.
bro, you guys should see my living room now. I gotta have you guys by, dude. It's pretty impressive, dude. I got 275 inches mounted. I got 55 mounted on the fireplace. I got the YouTube TV hooked up with the
I've been
NFL
wanting to ask
package.
you this.
Oh my
You've
God.
always been a very Vegas sports team guy. Are you going to be an A's guy?
I have a hard time with the A's because the A's are in the same division as the Angels.
Oh,
Like my mortal enemy for years.
I went to an Angels game with you. And we had a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left in an ambulance. Not you, me and their mom, the girl's mom.
Why don't I remember?
Yeah,
that?
remember? We had to leave in an ambulance. I left Angel Stadium in an ambulance that night.
Who was I with? Oh, it was with Andy or something. Oh, okay.
I was with the girl's mom, and we went to when we had that beach house, and then we ended up leaving in an ambulance that night, and we went to the hospital, right? And then we came back to the beach house, and they didn't know what was wrong with her, and we came back home, and she was pregnant with Michaela.
Oh,
Dang.
man.
Yeah.
See, I found out my wife and I she was pregnant in Newport Beach too. And that's the same. Yeah. I was eating that fucking $8 mega piece of pizza by myself, super drunk in the middle of the fucking pizza place, and she comes in crying with this stick. And I was like, "What is that? What is that? I thought you went to go pee." And then she's crying and she's like, "Oh, we're pregnant." And I was like, "That's what we were trying to do." I mean, why are you crying? I'm just mowing this pizza hammered in the middle of the day.
The girl's mom had gotten so sick at that Angels game, and they didn't know. She was like, "Oh no, I'm just so sick." And then they put me in this Angels Stadium cage. And like all the players were walking by, and I was like, "This is so weird." And you guys just had balance. I think you guys just took off. And next thing you know, I'm riding the ambulance, and we're like sitting in an
We were all staying in the same house, right? Or no? Okay. Yeah.
Anaheim Hospital, and all these people were like walking by us, and they were like wheeling dead people by. And I finally had to tell her, like, "Do you really want to hang out here all night?" why there's like dead people. I'm like, you seem like okay to me. Like, we gotta go. You know, we left. I think I Ubered. I mean, that was 16 years ago now.
Yeah,
like
that's
time
crazy.
flies.
So at least you get to see the A's here in Vegas because they're in the same division. They'll play a couple of times a year, correct?
Well, my retirement plan
Go ahead.
always,
I love this.
always.
Are you going to do all of them?
I was gonna be a baseball usher.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
My whole retirement plan ever is I just wanted to be an old ass man
That's
that was
brilliant.
forced to go to the baseball stadium, you know, 40
Yeah.
something times or 80 something times.
Yeah, that's
And I would
tight.
tell my whole family, like, oh no, I can't go to that birthday party. I have to work tonight, you know. And I want to go and I want to show people to their seats and I want to stand there and watch the baseball game. And that's what I want. So my dreams may come true because there's
Right,
one
right.
there's one here
I'm
now.
excited to see this new stadium. From what I'm seeing, it looks phenomenal.
It's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful. Like I said, man, I got the YouTube TV. I watch all 9 morning NFL games at one time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. And then some days I'll have like hockey, baseball, you know, whatever's going on. You know, I got them all on, dude. I'm just sitting.
I might have to bring Gray over because he wants to learn all the sports, and I don't know a thing at all.
Oh,
I'm
we got to
like,
get him and Luca together because that's all Luca does all day
Really?
long. He's in
Okay.
the backyard playing basketball, playing
Yeah.
soccer all day long.
Yeah, he's in basketball and soccer now at school, so it's fun. So, Phil, where do we find you at? Thanks for hanging with us.
I'm
tonight,
on
too.
Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
on Instagram. Phil Luck Tattoo for some strange fucking reason. That's it. That's the only place to
love
find me. Unless
Phil,
you're on my
dude.
block and you walk past my garage.
Oh, man, Phil's still in the garage.
Don't leave the garage.
That's good.
Oh.
He's a garage master, man.
That's it.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging
Thank you.
tonight. Thanks for
This
listening.
is always
to our,
fun. And the
our
reunion.
bullshit.
We got to start putting together this reunion.
Okay.
That's man. If you can get like all of
Yeah.
us there, man, I think that would be
Yeah.
a lot of fun to talk about.
Fantastic.
Paxman's coming on next.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Who's
dude.
next?
Paxman.
Oh,
If you
right
wanna hang
on.
too,
Very
you should
cool.
hang for
Very
on.
cool.
I don't have a date yet. So
Okay.
He's doing great, man. He's
Yeah.
doing the sober thing and he's doing the comedy. now.
Comedy
Yeah.
thing.
We went to one of his shows. We
Oh,
had a great
did
time.
you? Yeah.
We need to go. I was just on the way over here. In November 16th, he's doing one. But I think I think that's a night of. I think we have a party or something.
Everything that comes out of his fucking mouth is funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out
Yeah,
of his
he's
mouth
found a
is
little
funny.
niche, dude, and I
Yeah.
think he's gonna do well at it, man. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
proud
I
of
love
him.
He's
I'm
passionate
proud of it.
about it too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got to get everybody. You got to get everybody over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm down, dudes. But fuck it. Let's wrap it up. We got to go pick up
Right
kids
on.
and do stuff.
Right on.
Go
Yeah.
to sleep, work tomorrow again, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see the Insane Clown Posse tomorrow night.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not a.
Here in
I'm-
Vegas?
Yeah,
They're playing in
Yeah, they're
Vegas?
playing at Brooklyn Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I just
It would be.
I just want to do something weird. I just
Yeah, I mean,
want to
that's
show up,
fucking
and I know the guy who runs Brooklyn Bowl, so
Yeah.
we're gonna be like me and Will are gonna go. We're gonna be like on a lane and drink some beers and
Awesome.
just
There'll be
laugh,
some good
dude.
people
Drink some
watching.
Faygo?
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope so.
yeah.
Oh, the Aquabats play Friday night. I'm trying to go.
Oh, that's your
Oh,
band.
I know, dude. I love concerts, man. I love it. I love punk rock bowling. I love concerts.
I had breakfast next to Fat Mike the other day.
Did you really?
Snooze,
Does he
yeah.
live in town
It was
now?
just him and I, and he was talking to some girl, and I was like, I was just staring. He sat down at the table that was like right in front of me, and I was like, I look so familiar. I'm like, oh, I mean, I kind of knew who it was right off the bat, but then after I listened to him talk, I was like, oh, okay. I was just by myself eating breakfast, just
That's
awkwardly
awesome.
like out there with him.
The coolest weekend not too long ago. Like Pennywise and Sublime played with the singer's son,
Yeah.
and I bought tickets to both nights. They played double nights at Park MGM.
Whoa.
So I went to the first night, and I happened to be walking by On the Record. You been inside of there? On the Record?
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
you'd like the inside of there.
Yeah.
And he was doing a pop-up acoustic show, the son, like
Oh, okay.
Bradley Noel's son, Jacob. And it was awesome. And it got me really excited to see the show at
He
night.
sounded just like his dad,
Bro,
too.
he killed it. It
Really?
was an acoustic set. He killed it. I took a picture with him. He was so nice. So that night I got to see that show with Pennywise. Lead singer from Pennywise was doing private tour at Punk Rock Museum the next day. I went to that. There was only about like 30 of us. And he told us all these great stories. And then I went and saw that show that night. And it was just
Oh,
awesome.
dang.
Like the best 2 days ever, man. It was so much fun, dude.
dang.
So much fun. Right down Swarm's alley, dude. Right down. Right down, dude. Yeah. I'll always be that old dude in the back, dude. Just might be like, this is
Word.
great.
Well, damn, guys.
Woohoo.
Let's shut her down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, keep coming back. I don't know. What are you supposed to say? Subscribe and comment below or something like that? I haven't done any of those things. Yeah, what are we supposed to say? Subscribe and comment below. I don't know.
Hit the thumb.
Yeah, I never really done any of that shit. So anyway, thanks everybody. Peace.
Brought to you by Maverick Supply Co. Boy!